We are back at Teesside for round 3 of the British Drift Championship 2022. And what an incredible season it's been so far, with just 20 points separating the top 3 drivers. Now, new kid on the block, Dylan Garvey, has already made a name for himself after 2 podium finishes, gives him 90 points and a place at the top of the table. But Robbie Burgoyne isn't too far behind and has also been extremely consistent. And we mustn't forget Thomas Kiley. He finished 2nd place in Scotland, which means he has now jumped up to 4th position. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I cannot wait for the battle to start and see who will be walking away with a trophy today.
All right, so let's look at our current first place in the championship and our first place qualifier today, Dylan Garvey.
The stylish farmer in Ireland, that's what he is. Look at that picture. Scoring a 90 point today. I was just talking before we came into the trailer, Mike. Dylan is eager and he's going for that top step again.
Yeah, we've got Robbie Burgoyne in that beautiful 1 Series. I was just talking to him earlier, actually, when we did the meet and greet. How gorgeous does that car look?
So cool it is, yeah.
Really fantastic. Came in with 77 points. We got Vaskelis. Vaskelis hasn't been quite on form recently, but we know that he's hungry, so he is definitely going to.
And we know he can do it in the chase position.
Yeah,
Vaskelis is crazy in the chase position.
An animal. Absolute animal.
We can't go on without talking about Tomas Kiley.
Yeah.
He's since his return, he's a new man. Stephen McConnell, Stefan Stefanoff, you know, they're guys that are really can take anyone off a top 7 podium any day. Unfortunately, Darren McNamara not making the trip over from Ireland for this round, but he was on our screen.
Yes.
So championship standings, Mike.
So Dylan Garvey in 1st place. Robbie Burgoyne is in 2nd place. So, and he qualified quite well with the 77 points today. So, this could be tight. Tomas Kiley's there as well, and Vasquez. So the top 4 are there.
The top 4 are there, yeah, but then there is a few between 5 and 10, you know, that are not here this weekend. So this championship is wide open, and I think it's going to be a big change up this evening.
Yeah, definitely. So here we go. We've got a little bit further down. We've got Craig McLeod. Fionn Roche has blown his engine.
Unfortunately, yeah, dropped the valve there this morning in practice for Fionn, and he didn't make it to qualifying today. But like that's, as I say to you, Mike, I think this is one of these events now that anything can happen, and we won't be able to predict it.
Yeah, Michelle caught up with Dylan Garvey, our number 1 in practice.
So, Dylan Garvey, not a bad start, right, to the British Drift Championship for you. You managed to get 3rd place at Teesside, round 1. Round 2, you managed to get 1st at Driftland, and now you're currently 1st in the championship. Was you expecting this?
Not at all, Michelle, not at all. It's been actually a hell of a year for us. Goods and bads, but I didn't think for the first round to finish 3rd, but the 2nd round I really didn't think coming to finish 1st, but it's been amazing. I'm really happy with my driving.
I was going to say, because Teesside, you were saying good and the bad. I know you had some car gremlins, which you would never have guessed from the performance outside of the car. What were they, and are they all resolved now?
Yeah, they're all resolved now. We fitted electric steering for this round, and we fitted actually all new rad setup. The rad was at the wrong angle, so all new water piping, AN fittings, and everything like that. So the car seems to be running right, but it's always a time when the car is running right, you won't do well. So it's just trying to keep the head and push on now.
So for those that don't know you in the British Drift Championship, obviously you've been drifting for a while. A lot of people will know you, but maybe not so much over in the UK. Give us a brief breakdown on the car. What engine are you running? What power are you running?
Yeah, so it's an RB25 26 head and a 2.8 stroker kit. So it's an RB28. Gearmotive dog box, Winters back end. The power in the engine is running about 620 horsepower at low boost, and I'm keeping at that, not putting any strain in the engine. So other than that, it's the Wise Fab, kind of the full shillings, but yeah, it's a good car.
And how are you getting on with the line today? Obviously it's reverse for Teesside. I don't know if you've driven that before?
Never driven. I've never driven any BDC tracks before, but I really like this layout. At first, I didn't know what to think of it, but it's really good.
Knowing Kieran, obviously he wants it a challenge. He wants to make it a little bit new for everyone by just moving the clip slightly, and it looks like a really fast entry. And then you're having to actually power through, where usually at the 2nd clip you'd have to slow down. So is it kind of, would you say it's quite a technical trap, or more of a just foot to the floor one?
It's a technical track, but I think if you get the right light, it's a full throttle track. Even in the D-cells, you can come in on a big angle and slow the car down. But it's a technical track, but I like these type of tracks. I'm a technical driver, but it'll be hard in the chase position. Lead position, it's okay, but chase position, to try and trust the lead driver is the hardest part.
Best of luck. Can't wait to see what you do this weekend.
Thank you.
And there you have it. It's actually great to hear from our top qualifier and our championship leader, Dylan Garvey. But Mike, before we get started, we have to look at the line the judges want this weekend.
Yeah, most definitely. So we have a very fast, sharp initiation through clip 1, through clip 2, which is actually an inside clip, then a smooth transition into our first braking zone, which is clip 3. We come all the way around the outside of the first hairpin through clip 4.
And from clip 4 there, it's a nice smooth transition out wide all the way to 5. Once they go through to 5, the judges want them to start heading towards mid-track and pushing out for 6. And then once they get to 6, it's full throttle, starting to go up that hill, up the bank, pushing for that inside clip 7 and taking it over the line, taking it home.
Yeah, most definitely. Now, if you want to see that from the inside of the car, we have Arminas Vaskelis showing us how it's done. Look how many inputs he has to put into this car, Mike, just to get it going around. So it looks so smooth on the other BT, but inside the car, look what this guy's got to do.
It's just basically, I don't know what to do with my hands.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's happening there.
But the guy definitely does know what to do with his hands.
We're going to see Armis today. He's going to come alive in battles, and I'm expecting some body panels to go flying.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. So let's have a look at the battles we have today. What stands out for you, Mike?
I'm going to have to go straight with Steve McConnell and Scott Cartledge. Two PS13s, two very, very nice lads, but two very, very aggressive drivers.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I want to see Josh Payne versus Matthew Steele, because Matthew Steele's been thrown in some very funky moves in qualifying and practice this morning, and Josh Payne is a very consistent driver, so that could be very fun. Who else we got?
Archie and Agus. Now there's a lot there, you know. Agus has done all yesterday. He's ridiculous amount of laps, especially competition laps under his belt. But that crazy drift kid Archie, you know, you can't rule him out.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we will be back with all of that action right after this.
Drifting can be the most demanding motorsport in the world. My name is June Main. The high RPMs required to keep my tires spinning and rubber burning are brutal on engine oil. That's why Lucas Synthetic Oil Stabilizer was formulated for performance on the track and the highway. Lucas Synthetic Oil Stabilizer keeps my power on for split-second decisions, making every shift and turn count. When it comes to my engine and engine oil, I give it every advantage with Lucas Synthetic Oil Stabilizer.
Link ECU produce standalone engine management technology with a range of products that allow you to unleash the power of your engine. Acting as your car's brain, our ECUs control electronic fuel injection and ignition. A magnitude of sensor inputs and outputs ensure your engine exceeds your expectations. Built-in safety features guarantee engine protection, and data logs keep you informed on its performance. Smoke your tyres and not your engine with a world-leading Link ECU.
Tarmac Sports.
Welcome back. So, we are ready for our sudden death battles, Mike, to try and figure out that last 8 cars joining that top 16.
We have, who are our first 2 drivers, Mike? We have Josh Moore and...
We've got consistently crazy Craig McLeod.
I didn't know you were going to pull it off first time.
I told you I pulled it off first time. Consistently crazy Craig McLeod. Consistently crazy. Oh, no,
right, okay.
Third time around it. But this is going to be a whopper of a battle. Me and Mike are really excited. We were trying to make our predictions just on the little ad break there. I think I'm right, he's wrong, but who knows?
Well, I think we only disagreed on one.
Yeah, that's very true.
And which means we're going to be wrong. Consistently
wrong, yeah. Just
For the
teamwork.
whole time. Yeah.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
So we will wait for Josh Moore and Craig McLeod to get to our front line. It is absolute blinding weather here today, Mike.
Yeah, it's the weather's been just unbelievable all weekend. I think we got one small shower of rain on Friday, and that was it. So
yeah, just for like
a bit more wood to touch there, but keep it dry for the next couple of hours, and we're going to have some good battles.
Yeah, and the atmosphere here at Teesside today is fantastic. So if you bought a ticket and actually came to the track today, good on you.
Yeah, good on you. And we really hope you enjoyed that meet and greet, because it was so much fun down there now. Everyone was in good fun. You know, sun's out, everyone's in a good mood. It's going to be a good evening of drifting, Michael.
Yes, it most certainly is. So
we're just awaiting getting cars to be warmed up. Oh, I see them starting to move there now. So we've Josh Moore versus Crazy Craig.
There we go, M50 Turbo versus 1UZ Turbo, E36 versus S14. This is Josh Moore just warming his tyres up. And he likes to have a long warm-up.
A long warm-up, yeah.
These Zestino tyres lasting a little bit longer than previous tyres, so maybe they just take advantage of that by warming them up thoroughly, Mike.
We have Josh Moore disappearing in the burnout box.
Yeah, can't even
Look
see
at
him
the
anymore.
smoke, Mike!
That's enough, Josh. They're warm. Yeah. They're fine.
I'm sure Toby is shouting in the tower, will someone move him on? He'll have no tyres left. You can hear the noise of Craig's car. Sounds very unique.
Does have a very definitive sound.
Definitive sound, I like it. All the big words coming out early, Mike.
I have to get them in somewhere. Yeah. I'll forget about them.
Still need time.
When I get really excited, I'll forget about all the words.
Yeah, we just use the basic English we know. Craig's car is like looking fairly rough now. It's had a hard 2 days, but it's still going.
It's a bit battered. It's a bit battered, a bit bruised. It's fought very hard to get where it is now.
We have 2 cars on the line, just about, Mike.
Yeah.
We're going
Craig
to get.
just doing an extra burnout outside the burnout box.
Why? Because he can.
Yeah. Well, again, I'll start line marshal just to double check over everything, and then we will be off. Josh Moore, a lower qualifier, only just Q16 versus Q17. Josh Moore slightly more points in qualifying, will lead out. Craig McLeod as they lead the line.
Here we go.
Josh Moore, nice big flick entry, and Craig McLeod hit the curb there, maybe did some damage because that was very straight just after that. I think he scared himself a little bit, but Josh Moore on a lovely lead line. Craig McLeod not able to cope with what's going on. I don't know whether he damaged the car on initiation there. That was a very strange manoeuvre he did. Josh Moore puts his pedal down and comes on the last corner, and Craig McLeod makes one last dive, nearly over-rotates over the line. That car is something's wrong, something isn't working.
Yeah, definitely. You can see in the replay as it comes up now, Craig was coming down very close to Josh, went to time his dive and maybe just got it a small bit wrong, had to go in the grass. Look,
yeah,
that could have been a lot worse.
Big thump there, but it's definitely affected the car. Look, he sees he goes to make the dive there, over-rotates, straightens up, has to try and get back in it again. Makes another dive. But it's all a little bit too little, too late. Very scrappy run from Craig McLeod. So hopefully that car is okay to continue, and we'll swap them around. I can see Josh Moore there.
So Josh's spotter will be telling him there's an advantage.
And Craig is pulling up to the line, so we will have the second half of this battle.
Okay, Colgate gives the signal. It's Craig lead and Josh chase. What can Craig do in the lead position?
Wow.
Try and upset Josh. Big flicking. Oh, bit of a straight entry there from Josh Moore. He's kind of driving straight through that centre section, Mike, but now he's made a massive dive into the Teesside zone and gone wide.
No.
Scrappy. That's the word I'd use there now.
Yeah, I mean, there's clearly something wrong with Craig's car.
Yeah.
He doesn't drive like that usually, so...
From watching him all day yesterday, that's not the laps Craig was doing.
No, definitely not. So... some sort of damage with the car. You just see him just over-rotate, not able to control the car, and it spins out. So we will get to the answer from that in a minute.
A nice easy one for our judges to start off with.
Fairly clear cut, I can imagine. And then we go, confirmed the winner is Josh Moore, who will go through to our top 16. And who have we got up next, Mike?
Up next we have the mighty MX-5 of Tom Van Beek versus the phenomenal S15 of Nathan Chivers.
I love the words, the describing words.
Thanks, yeah. I was watching a lot of wrestling last night, so I've got some good ones coming up. Yeah, we're really getting started, man. We're really getting started.
So, Tom Van Beek's MX-5, that thing is so fast for what it is, but Nathan Chivers' mighty V8 powered S15. Be a close battle this, Mike.
This will be a close battle, yeah. Both guys, well capable drivers, can take it on any day, so I'm excited to see what happens here. But
Chivers drop. Chivers jumps the light ever so slightly, has to hold back. Tom Van Beek.
Did Chivers just mistime that completely, Mike?
I imagine he could.
Oh, that was cool, but he cut the track a lot to get there.
Yeah, he just about held on to that angle change. Very scrappy from Nathan Chivers. Tom Van Beek just business as usual and drives round the corner absolutely flat out. Nathan Chivers getting lost in the smoke a little bit there at the end of that run.
Yeah, just Nathan, you know, the chase car is allowed to have a slight jump to get the advantage. Did he jump too much? He took off, he had to slow down, and then that mighty MX-5 was gone.
Yeah.
All he was hearing was that phenomenal wall from Manifold there, screaming around the corner.
Absolutely, Mike. Well, You see that MX-5? Yeah, just drove away. Nathan really struggling after that initiation to make any sorts of
Lovely
dent
line by Tom Van Beek, though.
in Tom Van Beek's drive. Well, let's swap them around. Nathan Chivers in the lead position. Tom Van Beek to chase out. Off they go. Roar from both of those cars as they leave the line. Nathan Chivers enters and there's a big celebration from Tom Van Beek now as he makes a dive to catch up with Nathan Chivers. Nathan Chivers on a full lock. Both cars
No!
are in the tyres. So that looked like Nathan was going in and
Tom was just following.
to avoid contact with the back of Nathan's car, followed him into the tyre ball. We will now try and get both of those cars out.
We've seen this a few times this weekend, but from what I've seen, this isn't a bad one because they're going to drive away.
Yeah.
It's when they're up on top of the tyre bales, that's when it can take a while.
Yeah, so let's have a look. Nathan Chivers over-rotating, just about managing to catch it, but ploughing into the tyres, and they both hit the tyres at the same time.
Fireworks from the start, Mike.
Yeah. We would expect nothing less from this track at Teesside.
No.
Fantastic track, very technical, really hard for
I'd love
drivers.
to go at it now, to
Yeah.
be fair. Like, I'd say it's a heart in your mouth initiation.
I think if you and I had a go, there'd be more accidents than there has been.
Definitely.
Even more
Even
accidents.
yep. Even more accidents. So I think we have Boca. He's going to drive out of this. Then if that's the case, it should be just a quick enough recovery, tidy up the tyres, and we'll resume action, Mike.
I'll see this from another angle. Tom almost looks like he's going in the tyres anyway, to be fair.
I think the both were.
Yeah.
Tom was wide and going in there, and Nathan was shivering, was not a pun, was spinning and going in there. Didn't even make the mate. Meant to make that one.
Yeah.
You see, look, I think Shivers was going around anyways. I don't know if he was avoiding that. So, it's a tough one for the judges.
So one car has left. Can we move Tom Van Beek's car? Or will it move under its own power? That's what we want to know.
I can see hands going up in the air inside the car. Obviously, there's something wrong with that little MX-5.
Nathan just having a good look around the car.
It's okay, it's still mint.
It still looks good, Nathan. It's okay. Don't panic.
Bit more tyre shine there now and he'll be fine. Just get rid of them dirt marks.
I don't want to hear what they're saying.
Yeah, I know, yeah. I'd love to be a fly in the wall here. Hey, do you like my engine? Yeah, man, I like your engine. That's what he's saying.
I don't know what happened. The wheels just turned and the car went in the wrong direction, and this next thing you know, we're in the tyres.
Go on, stick your head out the window and see how they're getting on with Tom there, Mike. It's like our reporting.
It's still there.
Well, that's a report. Oh, it's on the telly as soon as I said that. You didn't have to do it at all. So, there we have Tom off the track. He's going to make his way. The tyres need to be just pulled back in line, and then we will get going.
We just have word that the judges are still deliberating over
What happened?
what happened here.
It's a funny one to call.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to do in this situation.
I don't know what to do in this situation either. A thumb war, maybe something like that. Find a win.
More parts just falling off that MX-5 as he drives.
The little MX-5.
Well, we'll await a decision from the judges. And I want to see another replay. Look how fast Tom Van Beek comes into this corner. I think he was cooking that. I think he was overcooking that anyway. He was trying to catch up with Nathan, and I think he was going a bit too fast.
When I was watching it live, okay, I thought the exact same thing. I was like, oh, Tom's after overshooting it, he's going in, and then next thing you know, Shivers was in the tyres as well. So that's why I was like, I don't know what's after happening there. I think simultaneously,
I think they just both made mistakes.
Simultaneously, they went in together.
Yeah, but I don't think Tom Van Beek was caused by Nathan. I think he was going in there anyway. I think that's what they're debating. I imagine that's what they're debating. Oh, we can confirm the winner is Tom Van Beek.
It would have all came down to the first run anyways, Mike.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. And he will go through into our top 16. So next up, we have...
Ooh, Josh Payne versus Matthew Steele. That's going to be a good one. Josh Payne coming through from yesterday, absolutely flying, getting stronger lap after lap. And Matthew Steele is just pulling on some wicked backwards entries for us that's entertained us all weekend.
But are those backwards entries what we need to see in battle?
Oh, no,
they're brilliant in qualifying.
I actually said to him on Friday, I was like, if you didn't throw it as backwards, you'd be faster. You're losing too much momentum. And he was like, yeah, but it's not as cool. I'm like, yeah, I agree. I'm not a judge.
It's true.
I'm here for the coolness.
Yeah.
Maybe Kieran would disagree with me now completely, but...
Kieran would disagree with us anyway.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what we said. Could be exactly the same thing as he said, and he'd still disagree with us.
He still disagrees with us. He gave out to us for not doing a briefing this morning. We're not even driving. Such a lovely looking car.
Very pretty.
Yeah. I think the change from the fluorescent wheels to the white wheels worked out well, in my opinion.
I agree.
Style points from the commentary booth.
For once we agree on something.
For once we agree on something. It's early days yet. We've a long way to go.
Right, get both of these cars lined up. Josh Payne to lead out Matthew Steele. A few dents on the side of Matthew Steele's door there. Very focused.
Josh Payne looks serious there. He wants to get to that Pro Top 16.
And they leave the line. Josh Payne thunders down a huge flick entry. Matthew Steele a little bit off behind. Can he make up some ground now as Josh Payne makes
running backwards on Mio? That is unbelievable.
Yeah, huge dive from Mito there as he dives back onto Josh Payne's door. Straight around the second hairpin.
That's that third gear again.
Such a shame. He did make a dive there. It's a little bit of separation at the start. Gained some proximity on that dive through into the first hairpin. And then mistakes from there on out.
Mistakes from there on out, yeah. It just seems when he's going for that upshift out of the last hairpin, as he said this morning, he's just not getting that third gear.
No. So let's swap them around. Have Matthew Steele lead in Josh Payne. And see if we get a few less mistakes this time around, Mike.
Yeah. So we have both cars on the line.
Yeah, Matthew Steele now to lead out Josh Payne.
And here we go, Mike. Let's see what Mito can do in the lead position. Throwing it in big inside. Josh Payne does well to stay back, not fight. Oh, it's gone over rotate. Is it? How did he hold that?
Like,
literally,
not really.
Not really, no. He got out of the way, that's the most important thing. Josh Payne doing a great job not to make contact. He's getting it all wrong here. that gearbox issue's obviously plaguing him. Josh Payne nearly pushed him over the end. There was no need to be like that to finish. There was no need for that. That could have went horribly wrong.
So, yeah, another fairly easy decision for the judges, hopefully.
Yeah.
Look at the angle. It's just, I mean, it looked wicked from,
No,
from that camera
looked
view.
wicked for a minute. I was like, if he had held that out, it would have just been so cool.
Yeah.
Exhaust hanging down, everything. So I'd take it that's pretty obvious decision for our judges, but we've been wrong before, Mike.
Numerous times, Mike.
A lot.
No, but we can confirm the winner is Josh Payne, who will be going through into our top 16, and that is the end of the day for Matthew, unfortunately. Next up, we have
This is one I'm excited for.
PS13s, Jay-Z powered PS13s nonetheless.
There you go. It's Stephen McConnell versus Scott Cartledge. Both guys going hard today, Mike. Going very hard.
It says Scott Cartledge says 450 horsepower. That's a lie.
That's a lie.
I know that's a lie.
They're all playing tactics with this information.
Yeah, definitely. So 2 S bodies, 2 Jay-Z's under the bonnet, 2 Walton Motorsport exhaust manifolds,
And 2 aggressive drivers.
2 aggressive drivers.
And 1 financial mistake. Still the best sticker ever, that is.
And they leave the line. Stephen McConnell to lead in. Scott Cartledge, a massive flick from Stephen McConnell. Scott Cartledge, a little bit of separation, needs to make the dive. Look how good these cars look together coming into that first hairpin, but Scott Cartledge coming off the track.
Stephen McConnell watched a small bit wide. He left his bumper in the tyres, but yes, Scott had to pull out completely because he was going in there sideways, so just very unfortunate from Scott. Not sure what happened. Did he get caught napping there in the run-up, or Stephen McConnell was just gone, like, watch.
Let's have a look at this. Yeah, so they both enter about the same time. I think Scott Cartledge just wound on a little bit too much angle, caught the inside of the curb, and just got caught left napping, but just falling off the track into that tyre wall. Steve McConnell finishes the lap.
We see both cars heading back to the line. We're going to switch them around. Scott Cartledge to chase, or sorry, to lead, and Steve McConnell to chase.
So let's see what Scott Cartledge can do in the lead position as they come flying down into the first initiation. Wow, that's the initiation. Both drives a little bit of separation. Now Steve McConnell needs to make the dive. Huge angle from Scott Cartledge. But look at Steve McConnell touching Scott Cartledge round the first hairpin. Can he make the dive through the smoke? He does! Straight back onto the Scott Cartledge door. As he comes in the second hairpin, they are nearly door a little bit of separation now as they come out on the hill. Scott Cartledge just driving away from Steve McConnell at the very end there.
Wow. That's the speed Scott Cartledge we've been seeing all weekend.
Look at this. Look how close they are as they both come through. Wow. Isn't that a good looking pair of cars?
Yeah, they are nice looking cars. Scott Cartledge gave it ever in that second run, but I don't know if it's going to be enough, Mike.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be. Well, I think this is pretty clear cut, ladies and gentlemen. And it is. The winner is Stephen McConnell. And that, unfortunately, due to that mistake from Scott Cartledge, that is the end of his day today. Up next, we have Aegis Vanelga versus the young and hungry Archie Harmer.
Yeah. Archie is a beast in the chase position. He actually, I love watching his chase runs. Like, he's just so aggressive. But he is one of them kids, you know, you have to look at and say, you need to calm down a bit now. You're getting too excited.
No, I don't want him to calm down. I like the action. Come on.
Okay, turn it up.
Okay, Aegis now will lead out Archie just finished warming his tyres up, get to the start-finish line. We need to see the go-ahead from our start marshal, Lee Colgate-Lawrence.
Here it is, Mike.
There we go. Aegis to lead out. Archie Harmer, they come down into our first hairpin. Massive flick entry. Archie Harmer's not giving him too much space. Makes a dive now into the first hairpin. And he's on the door of Aegis Manilga as they come through. Do the transition into the second hairpin. Can he make the dive? Find someone from the inside of the track. Don't get caught up. Archie has to come through the last corner. He doesn't get caught up. Manages to make it over the line. Absolutely fantastic driving from Archie Harmer.
Brilliant chase drive from Archie. There's nothing wrong with that lead line. As we always say, Mike, you can't have a good chase without a good lead.
That's exactly
Aegis definitely gave a brilliant lead line there.
Yeah, fantastic bit of driving. Just what we want to see from the pro class today.
See, just from here, Archie gets tucked in. He's like, yep, I'm here for the rest of the run now. Not going anywhere.
I thought he found himself a little bit too close to the inside of the track. I thought he was going to get himself tucked up, but he managed to deal with the situation. Couple of dabs on the handbrake just there. Keep himself just nicely positioned on Aegis's rear quarter. And yeah, it worked out very, very well for him. So we'll swap him around. Aegis has got a lot of work to do now to keep up. Well, I imagine he can keep up with Archie Harmer, but
he's got to stick in there.
He's got to stay as close as Archie did to him.
Yep. We're about to find out now. Can he do it? Both cars lead the line. It's Archie to lead, Aegis to chase. So they come tearing down the straight. Look at the flick from Archie, but look at Aegis throwing it in fast behind him. Oh, big straight in there. I'm not sure what happened. Archie's on that lovely lead line. Running the wide line perfect. Aegis doing anything he can to try and get back into the fight. As they come through the last hairpin now, Archie is just not putting the foot wrong in this run at all, Mike.
No,
as he comes through the last clip and over the line, but yeah, I think maybe Aegis bet himself there.
A couple of mistakes from Aegis, unfortunately, straightened a few times between clip 2.
The speed Archie's coming down into clip 3 there, into the Teesside zone, like using all the angle to slow the car down. It's just so cool to watch, especially in slow-mos.
So we will await our judge's decision. I think this one is another clear-cut decision. And we can confirm Archie Harmer takes the win. And that is the end of the day for Aegis Manilga. Up now, Jack Mawhinney. Oh, and Stefan Stefanoff. We would have Jack Mawhinney and Stefan Stefanoff, but unfortunately, Jack Mawhinney has had to retire.
Yeah, I was talking to Jack in the break there. He said he's mechanical gremlins, they don't want to risk the cars, the new build and all that, and he actually is competing next weekend in Ireland. He's high up in the championship as well, so he won yesterday from Pro 2. He said he would have liked to run down with the pros today, but he got to think of the car.
And that is it. So now Stefan Stefanoff just needs to do a run. He just needs to make it round the track. And he is also thinking about the car. If he's going to be in the top 16, he needs that thing to be in tip-top shape. So we won't risk it doing a demo lap. And we will move on to our next battle fairly swiftly between Jamie Stanton and Harvey Moore. Okay, so apparently, just had word in my ear that Stefan Stefanoff's gearbox is incredibly unhealthy. So if he wants it to make it through to the top 16 any further than that, then he has to take it very carefully. So
there you go.
There we go. Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
This is 2 rounds in a row. I've seen carnage in the burnout box. I want a permanent camera and a live feed from that burnout box, because that's where it seems to go down. Clean up on aisle 4. See John Denmark there running to the rescue.
Just in the burnout box, the graphic saying Moore has already won this somehow. I'm not quite sure how that's going to happen, but
yeah, I don't know how the graphic knows, because I haven't a clue who's going to win this one. All I do know is it's going to be an E36.
One thing is for sure. Jamie Stanton in the lead position. Harvey Moore in the chase position. Oh, sorry. Unexpected good things from Jamie Stanton. We've seen some awesome driving from him so far this weekend, and he is not disappointing. Look at the pace, but Harvey Moore needs to make the dive now onto the side of Jamie Stanton. A little bit of an over-rotation from Harvey Moore. Jamie Stanton on the perfect line.
Yeah, Jamie, just the speed of that car. You can see it there now. Harvey's doing absolutely can to try and stay with him, but Jamie Stanton's E36 is ridiculously fast.
So we will swap those two around. A few mistakes from Harvey Moore. Jamie Stanton.
His spotter's going to be saying there's an advantage.
Pretty much perfect line.
Yep, you have an advantage, but you still have to chase him around that track.
Yeah. So we will swap them around. Harvey Moore in the lead position now. Jamie Stanton to chase. Away they go.
So we see Jamie in the chase position. He's tucked in right behind Harvey. Lovely initiation from both guys. They come to the clip too. And to the first transition now as they come into the Teesside zone. Harvey going a bit wide, but he keeps it on track. Look at Jamie Stanton, Mike. He's just sticking with him. He's doing exactly as he's asked. He has to follow that lead line, and he is as they come through the last hill. Jamie's just playing with him. Harvey trying to pull the gap up the hill. But I don't think it's going to be much.
Yeah, what a run for both guys. A little bit of a gap right at the end there. Jamie Stanton just couldn't quite keep up with Harvey up the hill for some reason, but I don't think that was enough to overturn Jamie's driving earlier on in the run. Hopefully we will get the decision from our judges, Mike. Both drivers getting out of the car. Give each other some love, but we can confirm the winner is Jamie Stanton. He will go through to our top 16. And we only have one battle left.
And then there was one. And you know what? It's going to be a good one. It's
going to be an interesting one. We have Charlie Hume
versus David Egan.
This is Dave Egan. Dave Egan in a borrowed car.
From Stu.
Charlie Hume borrowing tyres just to be here today.
Yeah, it's one of them battles now. You're not sure what's going to happen. Charlie is thrown in so fast, so wild, real Japanese style of driving. Dave is just like hang on and trying to get around the track because it's like his 5th lap. I know, we'll count the parade lap there for the 6th lap.
And away they go. Charlie Hume now to lead in Dave Egan. A massive flick from Charlie Hume. Dave Egan trying to fit in the gap in between. He does his corner up. He locks up the front brakes. Dave Egan locks up the front brakes. How did he not T-bone him there? Manages to reinitiate somehow and dive back on the door of Charlie Hume as they come around the second hairpin and up the hill. Dave Egan bits clipping zones attached to Dave Egan's wing as they come over
just putting it
the finish line.
This is the 2nd time Dave has finished a lap. Robin won the clipping sign, so I think he's bringing them back to Ireland for some event. Mac Frost, sort that out quick.
Just nicking the clipping points.
He's nicking the clipping points.
Dave Egan, that is very unethical of you.
Oh, how could you be that unethical?
Oh, look at this! The brakes. Did he hit him?
Credit where credit's due. How did he not T-bone that 180 there?
How?
And then to come out drifting as well, like.
Yeah, absolutely. How did he?
It's called fluking it, Mike.
Yeah.
I'd say if you ask Dave, he'd be like, alright, no, it just happened.
I want to say it's skill. But that was.
To say it's skill. I really do.
But that was too much.
So we got a clipping point back, that's all that matters.
Yeah, good.
It's not going to end up in that truck heading back to Ireland. What do you do if you're Charlie Hume? Like he's doing these unbelievable chases all day, but Dave's 8th lap in the car now. He's very unpredictable in it. Like, do you go in, commit fully behind him? Do you risk leaving a gap and letting him pull ahead? Like, come on, Mike, you're a pro driver. Tell me what you do.
Well, Dave's made quite a big mistake behind him, so if I was Charlie, I wouldn't be getting too close.
But you're not Charlie.
But I'm not Charlie.
Oh, and Charlie likes to stick it on doors, so it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. Charlie's happy anyways.
I think he's up for it.
Yeah, door.
So they're going to put some of the track back together. And we'll just replace that clip. Dave Egan now leading out Charlie Hume as they come down into the first clear tentative entry from Dave Egan and Charlie Hume. Give him a little bit of room as they come down into the first hairpin. A dive now from Charlie Hume. It's a good line from Dave Egan. Charlie Hume mirroring it absolutely perfectly, not getting too close, but makes a dive again through the second hairpin, gets into the rear quarter, just nudging the side of Dave Egan as they come over the line. A masterclass of chasing from Charlie Hume.
Yeah, Dave definitely should have did that run in the first half.
Yeah.
It would be a completely different battle for the judges.
Yeah.
But Charlie not putting a foot wrong, just following him. Close enough, but still, there was enough of a gap if something went wrong, he could bail.
Yeah, that's exactly it. He played it very, very smart. Just a small bit of a gap, as close as he needed to be to get the job done.
But yeah, as you say, Mike, I think it'll all come back to what happened between 2 and 3 in that first run. We still don't know really what happened. It's just crazy carnage.
So, we await the judge's decision. I managed to fairly clear cut this. And it is. Charlie Hume takes the win, ladies and gentlemen, and that, unfortunately, is the end of the day for Dave Egan.
Right, that's sudden debt over. That means we're getting ready for the top 16.
Yeah, we have our top 16, so we will have our top 16 parade very shortly. So we are going to have a very short break whilst we get the cars lined up for our top 16 parade, and we will see you again shortly.
So, Max Coates, thank you so much for bringing out our top 16 drivers. Now, most of us are drifters here. Looking at your car, it obviously doesn't look like a drift car. We also saw you going around doing some passenger rides earlier. For everyone that doesn't know you, let us know about yourself.
Yeah, the idea that is this car doesn't drift. So, yeah, a little bit different, but I'm here today because I'm also sponsored by Gala Performance, who are a championship sponsor to BDC. So, yeah, BDC have asked me to come along and lead out, and I've had a great day watching what's going on.
So I'm guessing you're in a championship. How are you doing at the moment?
Yes, I'm doing mini challenge this year that supports British touring cars and also Brit Car Endurance. So yeah, used to racing Clio Cup, which is where this car comes from. But yeah, it's going all right. We were leading last weekend at Knockhill, and then unfortunately a drive shaft put us out 2 laps from home. So yeah, we're doing all right.
Well, best of luck for the rest of the season, and it's great to meet you. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, Teesside. A lot of these drivers have been fighting their cars all day today. So come on, give it up for your top 16 drivers. So first up, we have Josh Moore. Now, you've definitely blown off the cobwebs today, haven't you? But not the easiest first battle in your top 16, right?
No, definitely not. Fast car, so we'll try our hardest. The car's had issues all weekend. Obviously, Zach used it yesterday as well. So, yeah, we'll try.
I like the modest sound. To be honest, though, you do look like you're holding your own out there. So despite hearing about the car issues, I don't think it really looks like you're struggling that much. And as we've learned, anything can happen in the battles, right?
No, exactly that, yeah. So, hopefully I'll just keep a clean lead line and everything like that. And just try to keep up in the chase. That's all I can do.
I can't wait to see what you pull out the bag. Best of luck. Thank you. Dylan. So, currently first in the championship. You're smiling because you know that you are going very well today. You must be over the moon.
I'm over the moon. I couldn't believe I qualified first, but just trying to keep pushing now.
Are you confident for that top step? Because obviously, first round at Teesside, you didn't quite make it.
No, I'm confident, but anything can happen. Just going to push hard and push as hard as I can against Josh and see.
And the car looks like it's been going well, to be fair, because I think you're pretty much the only one I haven't seen stressed or the mechanics all under the car.
Yeah, I'm trying to baby it, so I don't know. It's going grand. So
I can't wait to see you in the battles anyway. So best of luck.
Thank you.
Aramis. You're looking a hell of a lot better than you did at Driftland. Obviously, you wasn't very well. You're looking back on form today. Currently sitting third, which knowing you're probably not happy with. So you want to get back on that top step, right?
Yeah, now it's big up. I'm straight in top 16 and a little bit. Fucking hell. Sorry.
Beep.
Beep. Yes, exactly. I little bit stay in the van, check the battles, and I want to come back faster in truck, and I want to show my fans and everybody a good show.
I feel like you got a few fans here, so come on, give it up for Aramis if you're here for him today. Now, if that's not a confident boost, I don't know what is. Best of luck. Mr. Van Beek. I feel like you've been struggling a little bit this year so far, finding your feet again, but today you look back on form. Are you feeling comfortable?
Yeah, qualifying went well. Struggled a bit in practice, but yeah, I think.
It's not the easiest line, and also it is an extremely fast entry and first 2 clipping points, right?
Yeah, the entry's fast. The first 2 clipping points are tricky, but yeah, you just got to keep the speed through and make it out there.
Well, I look forward to seeing how you do. Best of luck. Stu, you look like an angry man out there today. Absolutely on fire, 110%. What's going on? I feel like you're putting like a year's worth of anger into this round.
Just trying to drive the car as hard as we could. Not too happy where we're standing in the points. So hopefully we can make up the points today.
And I love how many followers seem to follow you around. Come on, give it up for the Stu fans again. So have you had any issue with the car? I feel like everyone else has. Yeah, I've not seen you under the car as much this round.
Yeah, we've had a fair few issues. We've overhauled everything to do with the power steering for the last round. It seems to be a lot better this time.
Cool. Well, I look forward to seeing you out there. You're one of the most exciting drivers there, so look forward to bringing you back out the bag. Mr. Payne, you must be over the moon to be standing here, right?
Yeah, living a bit of a dream, really. Yeah.
I mean, you obviously were on fire yesterday, hitting it up with the pros today. A little bit intimidating?
Not really. We're just going to try and keep up with Weestu. Try and put it to his door. We'll just see what happens.
I mean, the thing about drifting, and everyone knows that anything can happen. Mechanical, I mean, it's not the easiest track out there today. We've seen consistent drivers even make mistakes and end up on the tyres that we think that can't be the same driver normally. So you never know what happens. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Stephen McConnell. What is this on your arm? Come on, I know you're struggling a little bit, so let the crowd know what's going on.
Hey, well, I'm not 21 anymore, so just dealing with some old injuries.
We don't like that, do we?
Yeah. Well, better, worse. You've lost it.
Have we lost everyone? We'll move around here. Yeah. That hopefully helps the echo. There we go, it has. So I know that you're used to being on a podium all last year. Out with the pros, it is quite difficult, but as I said, you have got an injury. Let everyone know what's going on.
It's just an old work injury. As I said, not 21-year-old anymore, so and it's a lot of work inside the car, so just need to deal with it, just something. No, it's not an excuse, don't worry. But this is my favourite track, favourite layout, and it's the one that we podiumed twice at last year, so I was really looking forward to this round, and we're sitting 6th in the championship just now, so we do need to rely on this round for championship points, so hoping to get a good result.
Well, we know you're quite consistent, so fingers crossed it goes your way. Best of luck, thank you. Martin Cowley, absolutely on fire again. Obviously, Scotland went really well for you, but I know you were a bit upset of making the podium, but I've heard you think you're quite confident to make it today.
I'll give it a go. I'm feeling really good in the car, so me and Stephen's driving styles are quite similar, so I know I can push. So, yeah, I'll give it a go.
Okay, I've honestly got a good feeling about you today, so best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Ah, Mr. Young Archie, I'm so happy to see you here, and I know you're on a man on a mission because you really want that podium, especially after missing round 1 and 2, because round 1, obviously, your engine went. Give us an update where you're at now.
So we're out with the car, it's going good, we're fast and we feel like we can keep up with everyone. So I'm really happy with how the car's going and my driving's getting okay, so we're just going to send it and see what we can do.
I love your attitude, honestly, so happy, so consistent. I honestly pray you do really well today.
Thank you. Can I also give a big shout out to someone at home? Morgan, you're a legend. He's been supporting me at home and he's been doing everything, so thank you, Morgan, and anyone else out there.
Morgan, thank you for getting him back out there. Thomas, and a very exciting driver to see out there. You are looking absolutely on fire. To be fair, most of the Irish are. How are you feeling about today? You feeling confident?
Yeah, there must be something in the water back home, but yeah, we're just pushing as hard as we can all weekend, really starting to gel with the car here, so we'll try to keep it going, push as hard as we can. Hopefully we have a good result today.
So I'm guessing by the sounds of it, you haven't had mechanical gremlins like probably 95% of the grid.
No, I'm blessed actually. Since we got the car built, it's been 100% every round, every place I drove it. So that's a big help for me going forward. Just can't beat reliability at the end of the day.
I agree. Consistent driver, consistent car equals hopefully podium. So we'll see how you do today. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Robbie Burgoyne. So you've probably seen that someone's hovering here. Sonac's goodie bag here, bucket, because we've actually offered you the best presented car today. It is always looking immaculate. Most are missing body panels today, yet yours seems to be still intact. So fair play. Sonac's body, can't even talk now, bucket to help you keep it clean and tidy, all right? But other than that, obviously your driving has been absolutely on point. I know that you want that first step today because you've been so close at a lot of rounds and we want to get you back up to top position, right?
Yeah, definitely looking for the top spot. So we've had a few mechanical gremlins over the weekend. We accident this morning in practice, so yeah. See how it goes.
Yeah, we were walking around the pits. I heard you're out, absolutely gutted for you. And the next thing I know, you were queuing up for qualifying. So is it all running okay? Are we there? It's just a bit of, I'd say that. You can't really tell too much of the body damage compared to some of the other cars, but mechanically, back okay now?
Yeah, back 80%. Got a bad vibration coming through the last part of the track, so we just need to deal with that and see what happens. So, yeah.
Doesn't sound good, but fingers crossed for you. Stefanov, you don't look very happy, and I think I know why. Did I overhear earlier, gearbox issues?
I'm actually drifting 10 years, and this is the worst weekend I ever had. But I'm happy to be here, like top 16. And only disappointing thing for me is I gotta go against Robbie, and he's the man who actually keep me out of the track, because yesterday, if it wasn't him, no chance.
Oh, so actually he's helped you get back out there. So are you literally nursing a gearbox so you don't know when it's going to go?
I have no idea. Let's see now.
Okay, well, maybe Robbie will be a bit tentative behind you. Because again, you never know what's going to happen, right? We'll see. Best of luck. Martin Winokur. That's a smile I like to see, and we've missed, I think. Obviously, great qualifying run. I know you were struggling a little bit in practice, but finally it seems to have just sunk in, nailing it now, feeling confident.
Yeah, well, as confident as I can be. We started off the beginning of the weekend actually confident anyway, and the car was going really well, but then we decided to do my usual and have a crash right at the wrong time, break things on the car. So we had to get it back in the pits and put it back together the best we could. All the lads in the pits obviously sort of run around getting the parts, put it back together, and then we got out. First run we had to hope that the car was aligned all right, and then the second one I don't actually know what I'd done, but it seemed to work anyway.
It was a fantastic run. I think we were off our seats in there. We were happy for you. We know you've been fighting this car for a little while, so I think today you could be the one that, surprises a few people.
Well, maybe if I can get past my teammate there, who we know is fast. So, but we're going to go out and have some fun, that's for sure.
I think this is going to be a good battle. So Jamie Stanton, obviously extremely consistent. You always seem to be extremely consistent, but also a fun driver to watch. Up against Martin, as he said, a good friend there. How are you feeling about that?
I'm not feeling particularly confident. I mean, Martin's really getting to grips with his car now, and it's starting to work. But every lap I've been out so far, I feel better. The car's working this weekend, and, well, win or lose, we're going to go out and put a show on. And that 100% going to put a show on for everyone out there.
I was going to say, you are becoming the showman. I've been seeing the sneaky backwards entries and the nice little surprising little dives and everything. So I do think you're becoming one of the showmen. So I can't wait to see what you pull out of the bag. Best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Christian Berkhoff's obviously the most unique car on the grid. I'm not going to lie, if I saw that in my mirror, I think I would my pants. So how's the car going for you?
Car, yeah, feeling really great. Everything's works, so yeah, need to drive and put a good show, and that's it, yeah.
So car's working well. I know I did see your guys under there earlier. Can I assume any issues that there was is now been fixed?
Yeah, we just hit a little bit of curbs, so adjust rims and everything, so yeah, now it's works, so everything's fine.
Well, we've seen the car go. We've seen you been happy and comfortable in its day, so let's see what you do in the next battle. Best of luck. Charlie Hume, it is so good to see you back. Obviously, you've missed round 1 and 2. Where have you been?
Just can't afford tyres. It's cost too much, so I'm just here today to have a bit of fun. So yeah, can't wait.
Honestly, I love watching you out there. You look so comfortable. I think if anything, we need to make this a shout out to say, come on guys, sponsor Charlie Hume. He's got the talent, he's got the cool car. He just needs that little bit of support. Today is your chance to obviously prove yourself even more. As you said, it might be your only round. How do you feel up going against this absolute beast though?
It's massive, isn't it? It's like twice the size of my car, and it's probably got twice the power as well. So yeah, just hell for leather, give it everything I've got, and hopefully we can keep up.
Well, I think we've got some really exciting battles coming up. So Teesside, give it up for your top 16 drivers again.
Drifting can be the most demanding motorsport in the world. My name is June Main. The high RPMs required to keep my tires spinning and rubber burning are brutal on engine oil. That's why Lucas Synthetic Oil Stabilizer was formulated for performance on the track and the highway. Lucas Synthetic Oil Stabilizer keeps my power on for split-second decisions, making every shift and turn count. When it comes to my engine and engine oil, I give it every advantage with Lucas Synthetic Oil Stabilizer.
Link ECU produce standalone engine management technology with a range of products that allow you to unleash the power of your engine. Acting as your car's brain, our ECUs control electronic fuel injection and ignition. A magnitude of sensor inputs and outputs ensure your engine exceeds your expectations. Built-in safety features guarantee engine protection, and data logs keep you informed on its performance. Smoke your tyres and not your engine with a world-leading Link ECU.
Tarmac Sports.
So we are here lined up for our first battle in the top 16 here at Teesside. We have Dylan Garvey, our first place qualifier and championship leader, against Josh Moore.
Yeah, this is going to be a good one, Mike. I'm really excited. The top 16, this is where it starts, and we are going straight to the podium. It's going to be an epic evening, and I cannot wait to see it.
Yeah, Josh Moore's got a lot of work to do behind Dylan Garvey, but let's see what he can do. It's a huge entry from Dylan Garvey. Josh Moore just getting left a little bit, needs to make a dive now as they come through into the first hairpin. He tries to make a dive, but over-rotates and hits them.
It's all right.
Hits the tyres. He's not completely in the tyres, gets back going again. Dylan Garvey on a fantastic lead line. Loads of power, loads of speed, and just drives away. Unfortunately, Josh Moore not having an answer.
Look, Josh Moore knew he had a challenge. He gave it absolutely everything following Dylan in there. The speed of that 59 degree north 180 SX, it's on a different level, Mike. And yeah, Josh did a good job not to go too deep into the tyres.
Yeah, just about managing to scrape it. Let's have a look at this replay. You see
the speed of Dylan.
Yeah, he's just on such a fantastic line as well. Just dips onto that tarmac, which Josh Moore follows him, unfortunately, a little bit deeper onto the tarmac and loses it into the tyre wall. So we will get them swapped around now. We'll have Dylan Garvey in the chase position, Josh Moore in the lead position.
So we're just awaiting the signal from the tower. We get it. Cole tells the drivers they are on, Mike. It's the second half, this top 16 battle. Josh the lead, Dylan the chase. Josh big flick in. Look at Dylan giving him a small room. He might know he has an advantage, but he can't give him too much. See Josh starting to come into the decel zone, big angle. Dylan starting to reel him in here now, trying to get on the door of that E36 BMW. Lovely transition from both guys. Luckily not to take the front off that 180SX. Now Dylan is tucked in, nice beside him, coming through the second last clip as they start to push up their bank. Look at Garvey taking the door off that car, Mike. What a run from both guys.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Second time round, Josh Moore keeping his head in the game. Yeah, putting on a decent lead run and leaving the door wide open for Dylan Garvey to take full advantage of that. And look at them as they cross the line, literally almost touching. A fantastic first battle for our top 16. And we will see the results of that very shortly. So it's pretty clear cut, but we will see what judges need to confirm.
Oh, it's a nervous one. The first one's always there.
I think we know the answer, and we can confirm Dylan Garvey takes the win, ladies and gentlemen. And that small mistake from Josh Moore unfortunately means it's the end of the weekend for him. But we will move very quickly on to our next battle. Rumus Vasquez versus Tom Van Beek, the mighty MX-5 versus the unbelievable E30 of Rumus Vasquez.
So we have both cars on the line. I think Tom, he knows he's at work cut out from here, Mike.
Tom Van Beek is on fire this weekend, though, and Rumus, we've seen better from Rumus. So
yeah, but the smoke that comes from that car, he could just disappear. We might see him finish running. So Tom needs to be close from the get-go. Yeah. You want me to find out now? Tom a little bit of a jump. Both cars flying up. Look at this. Tucks in nice behind Vasquez, but Vasquez puts the front down. Starts to pull the gap, Mike.
Yeah, Tom Van Beek needs to make a dive now as they come through into the first hairpin. Just about missing him. He's climbing back onto the door of Rumus. Makes another dive through the second hairpin. Can't quite make up that gap. And Rumus now comes up the hill, puts the hammer down and drives away from Tom Van Beek. Tom Van Beek, unfortunately, not having an answer to the powerhouse that is Rumus.
I think Tom just did absolutely everything he could, but just unfortunate that he got Armus in the first, well, the top 16 battles. But Armus now has to chase the MX-5, and you know, the slower car sometimes can be difficult to chase.
Yeah. I mean, Tom Van Beek can be very quick when he wants to be. Just didn't quite have the legs to just the pace to get behind Rumus. Not quite as much smoke out the back of Arumus's car as usual. I mean, there is...
There's still a good bit.
I mean, there's a lot around the bank, but normally we can't see anything at all once he's gone.
You can normally just see the front wing and that's it.
That's it, yeah. Literally, that's it. So we'll swap him around. Tom Van Beek will lead out Arumus. And off they go. Tom Van Beek off to a flying start. Massive flick entry by Arumus is right with Tom Van Beek as they come down into the slowing zone. Arumus Vasquez over-rotates ever so slightly, and that Tom Van Beek hits the tyre wall.
Takes his bumper off, keeps going, but look at Arumus, like, he just back and then tucks right in, and now he's stuck to that quarter mile, coming up the bank and over the last corner. Wow, that was a great chase from Vasquez.
Yeah, a very clever bit of driving from Vasquez there. Yeah, so let's take a look. Tom Van Beek. They both flick it in, both initiate it at exactly the same time. It's a brilliant bit of driving from Vasquez. Gives Tom Van Beek a little bit of room to manoeuvre, puts on a lot of angle. Tom Van Beek is making a little bit of mistakes. Vasquez stays off him just a touch, but then makes a dive again right here and sticks with him all the way round the final corner. So we can confirm that the winner is Vasquez!
Huge round of applause from Tom Van Beek in that mighty MX-5, and we can't wait to see him back at the next round. Sounds amazing, that MX-5.
It's a good reason for that, Mike.
What's that reason, Mike?
It's called World Motorsport Exhaust Manifold.
And where would you get them?
WorldMotorsport.com. Next up, we have Stu Adsley versus Josh Payne.
Josh Payne's on like the dream weekend. You know, he came in, he killed it all day yesterday, and here he is in a top 16 of Pro on the Sunday. And now he's looking at Stu Adsley. Yeah. That's a tough one now, that is like. And Stu has brought his army here with him as per usual, so that's even intimidating. They're a gang, they are.
Yeah. A mob. So Stu Adsley leads it. Look at a huge effort from Stu Adsley. Josh Payne is putting all the effort in. Needs to make a massive dive. Look at the angle. Stu Adsley maintains all the way around that corner. Look at the line. Stu Adsley has Josh Payne taking full advantage. Makes a dive round the second hairpin. Gets on the rear quarter of Stu Adsley as they come flying round the last corner. Lays it down. Yes, touch as they
get in there.
Line.
Bit of contact over the line. That's what we want to see.
Wow, what a battle!
Stu is back. He is back with a bang. At the start
Look at
here.
this. Look at just from start to finish. Stu is
just Josh got a little bit wrong here. Did very well not to make contact, and he gets back in it.
Yeah.
He just gets back in it. It's fine. Let's keep going.
I was just too busy being amazed at the angle Stu was maintaining around the angle and the pace. That's just ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
That little nudge.
Nudge.
I'm still here. I'm still here.
Just remember me. But we're going to switch it around, and you got excited with we Stu in the lead. Well, I'm going to get excited with him in the chase, Michael.
You go nuts. Just don't throw the headset across the room.
No. I'm under strict orders not to throw it around the room today. I actually have my hands handcuffed to the chair, so I'm just sitting here now.
Okay, Mike.
Right, we have Josh to lead. We Stu got a bit of a jump there to get in right beside him. Mikey, he's tucked in there. Look at this from we Stu. Barely making contact going through clip 2. Now to come into the descent zone. Josh is a small bit wide. Stu there. Oh!
Oh, there's a bit of contact there. Now was that.
And the rest. Look at Stu's front bash bar. There's a big bit of contact there, Mike.
Yeah. Now, was that too much aggression from Stu, or was that slowing up by Josh?
Josh was washing wide. He was heading out into the forbidden zone of tyres.
Okay.
So I don't know if he let off to prevent, going in there.
We're gonna have a look. Let's see. I don't know. Can't hit him before he over-rotated, Mike. See from another angle. I think there was contact before he over-rotated, if I'm honest.
From that camera angle there, it looks like Stu just caused Josh to over-rotate.
We're not judges.
Oh no, we're not judges. We're just speculating.
We're just saying what we see on the screen, Mike.
We're just over enthusiastic fanboys. That's what we are. Them cars were mint before the start of this battle. Just remember that.
Oh, now the judges are going to have a look at this replay, and I think we want to see it again. Yeah, you just see that impact from the rear of Stu Adsley's car, on the rear of Josh Payne's car.
That camera would be perfect if it wasn't for the smoke. Oh, I would not want to be judging this one at all.
To me, it looks like Stu bumps him round. Yeah, and we can confirm the winner is Josh Payne.
Okay, I have to pick the brains of the judges. I just want to know, are we all on the same page here? Judges, can you just let us know your thoughts on that one, please?
Yeah, just talking about that one. With the first run there, Josh had a couple of errors in the chase. He had a wheel off at clip 2 and he had a bit of a straight and coming into 3. So after the first run, Stu had a good, almost a 7-3 advantage. Swapping it around, well, it's fairly obvious. You've seen what happened. There was contact, and we had to decide who was at fault for this. And the only way that Josh Payne could be in at fault is if he had slowed down in front of Josh, or in front of Stu, sorry, and caused that accident. But there's no evidence of that. He does drop 2 wheels on the way in, Josh does, but he seems to be back on throttle, and it just looks like Stu Adsley just came in too hard and made contact.
There you have it, Mike.
That is it. Unfortunately, Stu Adsley, unbelievable driving, but
pushed that a little bit too hard.
Just a bit too hard. So there we go. Josh Payne goes through. Stu Adsley goes home. Next up, Martin Cowley versus Stephen McConnell. Martin Cowley is absolutely flying. We can't count out Stephen McConnell just yet. Let's have a look and see how they get on. A massive flick entry from Mike Cowley. But Stephen McConnell is right in his rear quarter as he makes a dive into the first hairpin. Look at these two drivers, door on door as they come through the first hairpin. Switch through the transition. Can he get back onto the rear quarter? Martin Cowley just missing out a bit as they come out of the second hairpin. Martin Cowley driving away from Stephen McConnell up the hill.
First half of that battle, Stephen McConnell was just crazy.
Yeah,
you see the way he threw it in behind him, like, did very well not to make contact in the decel zone, but I think the second hairpin he maybe over-rotated a small bit. We'll see in the replay here. That's what would have led to Cowley pulling the gap at the end. Brilliant line by Cowley though, like,
yeah, fantastic.
Not putting a foot wrong. He's doing exactly as he was asked in the driver's briefing this morning.
Yeah,
just here, see Steve kind of over-rotates a bit, slows down, has to give it an old clutch kick to get it going.
Yeah, I think he gets a little bit stuck up caught up in the inside there, and has to give it an extra clutch kick. Doesn't quite get the grip that he needs out of the corner. So we'll swap him around now.
That small little mistake from Steve McConnell. Yeah. It's up to Martin Cowley now to take advantage of this moment and make sure and get it here and get yourself to a top 8.
Exactly.
Well capable driver. He's doing really, really well this season. He's really gelling with the changes he's made to the car, so I'm expecting a good run here.
There we go. Stephen McConnell leads out Martin Cowley as they come through into the first clipping point. Huge flick there. Martin Cowley comes off the track trying to make a dive. Huge mistake from Martin Cowley. Stephen McConnell looks to be on a fantastic line. Martin Cowley desperately trying to make it up. Straightens again out the first hairpin. Really shuts the car down as Stephen McConnell finishes the lap.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to Martin there. Obviously, did a little bit of contact on the inside. He must have damaged or bent something because he wasn't really steering coming into the first hairpin, and then he just shut it down. Very uncharacteristic.
Yeah, let's have a look. I think Martin Cowley may well have done some serious damage.
Yeah,
here.
I'd say he's bent.
He hit the curb very hard. Look at this.
See how much he jumped,
the whole car goes straight over that bit of concrete. That's got to have done something to it. Yeah, and as you can see,
the tyres off the rim and the
there we go.
back. That's what it was, yeah.
Debeaded tyre.
It just pulled the tyre off the rim. Very unfortunate for Martin. Was pushing that a little bit too hard. But that's the level of driving you're at right now. When you're in the sun, the top 16.
I think he might have DB'd 2 tyres.
I think that might be the first time I've ever seen that happen. But hey, I'm getting a lot of firsts this weekend, Mike, so...
Oh, we can't see Martin.
Can't see it at all.
But we can confirm Stephen McConnell takes the win and goes through to our top 8. And that is the end of the day for Martin Cowley.
Who do we have next?
Well, I know you're excited for this one.
I'm not going to lie, I've seen this one outside line up and I went, they're not battling each other, are they? And then I got the sheet in front of us. It's Tomas Kiley versus Archie Harmer. This is going to be carnage. Archie, crazy chase driver, but he's going to be introduced to a crazier chase driver.
Yeah, Tomas Kiley qualified in 2nd place today with a 93.33. Archie Harmer qualified 18th position, but he is so hungry for this.
Yeah.
And in the chase position,
he's here to prove a point, Archie is. But when you have a returning Tomas Kiley,
yeah,
you have a mountain to climb. Been on fire since he got into the car. You have a mountain to climb. Mountain to climb.
So Archie Harmer joins us in the chase position. Thumbs up from our start marshal. Some final checks, make sure nothing's going to fall off.
Okay.
Tomas Kiley clunks it into gear.
Jumps with the sequential. But here we go. It's Tomas to lead, Archie to chase. Both cars coming down. Look at Kiley. Archie tucking in right side, but Kiley starting to have a gap. Archie has not let him get away in the transition. Both cars side by side coming down the hill. How is Archie not hit him? Kiley cannot get away from him. He's trying everything, but the crazy drift gate is still stuck with him. This lead line from Kiley.
Archie Harmer's defeated tyre.
It's like he did it right on the camera switch.
Yeah.
I was in the flow there, Mike. What? I didn't even see what happened there. Straight to a replay. That's exactly what I want to see. At least we get to watch it again. Man, Archie really put it up to Kiley there. Really put it up to
Where
Kiley there.
did he DB the tyre? That's what I'm interested in. Oh, there, straight away.
Straight away,
I missed it completely.
So he did all this on one rear tyre?
Yeah, so he did this. This driving here is on one tyre, ladies and gentlemen.
It was just the transition. That's because he went on the side. It was DB'd. That was it. That's when all momentum was lost.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, I think we might have just been robbed of a good battle there now. We got 3/4 of the first run.
Yeah.
And it was good.
So Archie is going to have to go and put some new tyres on his car. He is allowed to do that after DB'd, and we will move on to our next battle.
Robbie
Burgoyne versus Stefan Stefanov. Now, Stefan Stefanov, earlier we said had problems with the gearbox. That is
completely wrong.
Completely untrue. He, in fact, has a cracked subframe on his car. Now, I don't know whether they've done a little bit of welding there whilst we were doing the other bits and pieces. Maybe they have, maybe they haven't. Stefan Stefanov needs to take it easy on this car.
How good does Robbie's car sound? It just sounds amazing.
Robbie said to me once that he didn't like the sound of his car.
You want to get his hearing checked?
A flat plane V8. I mean, it sounds different to all the other V8s out there. Here we go, we have Stefan Stefanov in the chase position. Hopefully that subframe is going to hold together for us and we will see a fantastic battle, because Stefan, when everything's working, he is on fire in the chase position. We're going to lead out Stefan Stefanov now as they come through into the first corner. A nice wild entry from Robbie. It's nudging Robbie McCoy round the first corner, makes a huge dive again onto the door of Robbie McCoy, almost touching round the first hairpin. This is absolutely fantastic. It makes a dive for the smooth, nearly takes his front bumper off on the back end of Robbie McCoy's car. Can Robbie McCoy drive away from him up the hill? Not quite. Stefan Stefanov sneaks right with him over the line.
Absolutely brilliant run from both guys. Teesside, huge round of applause. That is what we came here to see.
Is it time for Are You Not Amused?
No. Don't jump the gun, man.
Oh, I can't.
That's a top 8 thing. That's a top 8 thing.
Stop ruining.
You're just giving away my script. I have my list of jokes here and you're just reading them out to people.
I'm pretty sure I came up with that one, and you've just used it ever since.
I just do it better, that's all.
Anyway, look.
That was unbelievable for chasing from Stefan.
Yeah.
How did he not make contact coming into the D-cell zone? I was like, here we go, kind of similar to Stu Adsley. He's going to just hit him.
Yeah.
But no, keeps it going. Brilliant driving.
Yeah, beautiful driving. It's obviously not taking it easy with that subframe. They must have done some good fixing. See Robbie now in the chase position, but I don't see Stefan Stefanov. He's coming. He is making his way back to the start line K. So we have Stefan Stefanov now in the lead position. Burgoyne is going to chase him and try and mimic what Stefan just did to him.
Oh.
Come on, Robbie, I know you've got it in you. Give us a thumbs up. Look at the concentration on Robbie's face as they get the go-ahead from our start line marshal, and off they go. Stefan Stefanov leading out Robbie Burgoyne. Robbie has got a lot of work to do. A nice entry from right onto the rear quarter of Stefan Stefanov. A little bit of a gap now, but over rotation from Stefanov. Oh, can he hold on? How did he hold that? Absolutely mental. How did he hold on to that? Robbie Burgoyne trying to keep up with Stefan Stefanov, and Stefan Stefanov now driving away from Robbie Burgoyne over the end of the track. How?
I think absolutely everyone, including Robbie Burgoyne, thought Stefan was going into the tyres there, and he just went, no, foot in, more angle, here we go. Hold my beer. That was unbelievable.
He didn't even come off line that much.
No, it was savage.
It was mental angle, bro. We need to
definitely
see this
replay this one now.
Nice, huge to
Look at
Robbie
that,
is
just
committed
right in
from
beside
the
him.
start. Look. And then look at the angle. So Stefan does go onto the concrete, which causes him to over-rotate. And how does he manage that? Wow, that is some driving from Stefan Stefanov. Unbelievable stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Stefan Stefanov and Robbie Burgoyne. What a drive. Yes, you should high-five each other and hug each other. Yeah, definitely.
Them guys definitely enjoyed that one.
Can we just have a one more time anyway? I don't really care what the result is. I just want one more. I just want to see
that again. This is top 16. It's only going to get better from here, Mike.
Oh, the judges are having a good conversation.
Oh yeah,
about
like
this.
we like all this mad wild flare smokes, angle things.
Oh, we can confirm Stefan Stefanov takes the win. Must be by a slim margin. Judges, please.
Yeah, just looking at the first run. Robbie was a wheel off there at clip 3 in the chase position, in the lead position, sorry. And but Stefanov had great proximity, especially through clip 2, heading towards 3. It's a very, very risky place to try and put the nose of the car in there, up on the rear quarter, and he did that. He does have maybe a very slight shallowing up of angle between 5 and 6, so that's the only error we really saw in the chase position from Stefanov. But when you factor in the wheel off for Robbie on clip 3, Stefanov takes a strong advantage of 7-3 in the first run. When we swap it around, Stefan, again, he puts a wheel and possibly even 2 wheels off coming into 3 and has a little bit of an over-rotation. But Robbie wasn't really close enough to be massively impacted by that. And from the rest of the run then, Robbie doesn't really get back up on the door, especially 6 to 7. He kind of falls away a little bit. We can give Robbie a very slight advantage because of Stefanov's error on clip 3 and the over-rotate, but it wasn't enough to overturn the 7-3 after the first run.
So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for that. Let's move on quickly to our next battle. We have Martin Wonnacott versus his teammate
Teammate,
Jamie
friends,
Stanton.
pitmates. Martin's helped
These
Jamie a lot.
guys know each other
very well. Oh, Mike, I'm excited for this one, but it's Martin Waller got the lead. It's Jamie Stanton the chase. Martin's coming in hot, but look at Jamie! He's showing it in one. It got gone very fast. Oh my God! Look at Jamie Stanton. That was the best dive I've ever seen in my life. He is glued to the side of that chase headache 100. Look at this. Martin Monaco doesn't know what to do to try and shit. How did he do it, Mike?
Absolutely insane, but Martin Wallacott driving away from Jamie Stanton now as they come over the line at the end of that run. That dive was unbelievable. Give a round of applause to Jamie Stanton just for that, ladies and gentlemen. That dive was insane.
It was like someone catapulted him from clip 1 to 2. Like, that was just ridiculous, the speed he had. Like, it's all normal here, and then just, way.
Yeah, it's a huge dive, and just gets to the door and then just...
Jamie Stanton actually had me lost for words there. That rarely happens. Rarely happens.
Can you do that more often, Jamie?
Have Jamie drive every battle, please.
If you could. Let's get some peace and quiet once. Right.
Right, we'll settle back down, And we'll go again.
Right. What's going to happen
if
here
you're
now?
Martin Monaco, what do you even tell him what happened behind me? You don't even want to know. just be close. But 4 cars lead the line. It's Jamie the lead. It's Martin the chase. Coming in hard. Big flick from Jamie. But look at Monaco. Took it in nice. Now Jamie's putting the foot down. Sorry, Monaco. Into the descent zone. Can Martin catch him? No, he's still a bit back. Jamie's doing absolutely anything now to try and get out of that corner as quick as possible. Monaco's starting to reel him in. Maybe corner shot is small to get there. 2 cars are together now. Coming up over the last corner. Up the bank. Through the last lip. And over the line, Mike.
Yeah, Martin Wallacott taking full advantage of that 950 horsepower chaser that he is in charge of there. But a beautiful job from Jamie Stanton in the lead position. Very nice line.
Martin's doing it all weekend. He's coming in so fast, but maybe because his car's so wide, it's like he's going to hit them water barriers. So he has to kind of back off a small bit to keep it on the tire, and obviously that gave Jamie the room to jump on.
Yeah.
But a massive round of applause for both drivers. Absolutely killing it on track. So entertaining.
Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for these 2 teammates. They were just out there having fun, weren't you guys?
It was as good as a practice run for the lads now. They've been doing that all weekend.
And unfortunately, it is not practice, and one of these guys is now going home. So the judges need to make a decision as to who that will be.
Judges having a chat with this one, Mike.
They're having a good debate about it, right? Oh, it's tense. It must be tense there for those 2 drivers. You can tell they're pacing.
Yeah.
They want to know which of them has made it through.
And your winner is Jamie Stanton. Massive round of applause for Martin Monaco, and we will see him back at the next round. Surely it was just for that dive alone, like. Risk reward.
It's got to be.
Has to be. If it was me, you'd win the event for that dive alone.
Yeah.
But I'm not a judge. Okay. Who's next, Mike? Mike's just doing the technical stuff, figuring out.
Archie Harbour on the line for the second half of the battle.
I forgot about this. Now we have Tomas Kiley to chase Archie Harbour.
Yes.
Ooh, interesting. Very interesting.
So we have Archie Harbour, the boy, self-proclaimed boy wonder.
I wonder why you picked that
Tomas Kiley.
Both cars lead the lead. We've got Archie lead, Tomas to chase. This is going to be fireworks. Huge initiation with one of he's coming in there right behind Archie. But look at this, Mike, as they're coming down into the D-cell zone. How did it not make contact? Archie is on a beautiful lead line, but Kylie is stuck there with him, not letting him go anywhere. Kylie's nearly got caught, but he didn't. The experienced driver from Ireland was able to hold his nerve, keep it under control, and bring it over the line.
Yeah, a little bit of a wobble there from Tomas Kylie. Archie Harmer, cool, calm and collected, kept it together. That insane S13 just knocking on his rear quarter. Look at
this coming down the hill, and it's just so good.
It just maintains such a precise proximity to Archie all the way around. Look at this dive. Gets just a tiny bit caught up here. Comes down, straightens ever so slightly, has to reinitiate, cuts the track a little bit to get back into place, but still, the proximity was there. So now we need a result. Archie Harmer, unfortunately, debeated that tyre, so I think he may be at
huge round of applause for both drivers. Give it up for Archie and Tomas, putting on a whopper battle for our entertainment.
And we can confirm the winner is Tomas Kylie! And unfortunately, that is the end of the day for Archie Harmer, but a well-fought battle.
Well-fought battle, and we'll definitely see Archie back again.
So,
one more battle left in our top 16, Mike.
One more battle in our top 16. We have
a Pontiac versus an SR.
A Pontiac with a supercharged LSX engine versus an S13 with a little SR20 in it. Christians Burkhoffs versus Charlie Hume. We have Christians Burkhoffs in the lead position, Charlie in the chase position. Giving the get-go, and off they go. Christians, a bit of a tentative entry from Christians Burkhoffs and Charlie Hume, giving him a little bit of room to manoeuvre, but starts to make the dive now as they come through into the first deceleration zone. Charlie Hume giving Christians just a little bit of room, makes a dive through the smoke, gets straight on the back door. Christians car as they come up the hill and round the corner. Charlie Hume.
Which one of them has an LSX and which one of them has an SR, Mike? Because I can't tell. Wow, Charlie Hume is just... I love watching him drive. Like, he can really use the underpower to his advantage.
Yeah.
And still hang with the big boys.
I think he's just got that car set up absolutely perfect for him. So, yeah, look at the pace of Charlie Hume.
Oh, that transition was lovely.
Yeah, just gets right on the inside, doesn't get himself caught up and sticks himself on the rear quarter of Christian Burkhoff's car. Right, let's swap them around. Christian, Charlie Hume in the lead position. Christian's in the chase.
Both cars are on the line, so let's see what Burkhoffs can do in the chase position. His spotter's going to be telling him he was close. You got to stick it to him and stay there for the whole lap.
Here we go. Charlie Hume to lead out Christians as they come hammering down into the first clipping zone. A nice entry from Charlie Hume and Christian Burkhoffs making a dive. Nearly gets on the door of Charlie Hume as they come into the first hairpin. Makes more of a dive now as it closes up that gap through the transition. Makes another dive onto the front end of Charlie Hume on the side of the track. These drivers are neck and neck as they come through the last corner. Climbing up the side of Charlie Hume's S13.
Wow, that was just brilliant driving from both guys, both runs. Just give us it one more time. Just give us it one more time. Come on. We all want to see that again. Look at this at the start. Charlie is not fazed with that massive Pontiac screaming in his ear, and I'm sure that's an intimidating sound behind you, Mike.
It's got to be.
Has to be. A whine and an LSX. What more do you want? Look at this now. Wants to come into the last hairpin. He just jumps up beside him. Brilliant.
extremely good bit of driving from both of those drivers there. Going to be very difficult to pick them apart.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one.
I would not be surprised if this goes to a one more time.
I would be actually very happy.
Yeah, definitely happy.
But a massive round of applause for Charlie Hume and Christian Burkhoff's absolute phenomenal driving from both guys.
Yeah, the level of driving in this top 16 has been absolutely unbelievable, man.
Yeah. Oh, we knew that from this morning. Whoever gets that top step in the podium, they're going to fight for it.
Yeah. And it is a one more time, ladies and gentlemen.
Give the people what they want.
Yeah. Charlie will go, please, please, I need more tyres, please.
So I would assume they'll have to change tyres.
That's the end of the bracket, and they're going to have to change tyres. So we are, I believe, we are going to wait for them to change the tyres.
Yeah, we'll just have to wait for clarification. We can't start making calls like that, can we? Oh, Mike's got that look that someone's talking in his ear again.
They're not. The look is someone's not talking.
All right, why are you not talking in my ear?
Okay, both cars are going in for tyres. So whilst they're doing that, we will hear from our sponsors.
Drifting can be the most demanding motorsport in the world. My name is June Main. The high RPMs required to keep my tires spinning and rubber burning are brutal on engine oil. That's why Lucas Synthetic Oil Stabilizer was formulated for performance on the track and the highway. Lucas Synthetic Oil Stabilizer keeps my power on for split-second decisions, making every shift and turn count. When it comes to my engine and engine oil, I give it every advantage with Lucas Synthetic Oil Stabilizer.
Link ECU produce standalone engine management technology with a range of products that allow you to unleash the power of your engine. Acting as your car's brain, our ECUs control electronic fuel injection and ignition. A magnitude of sensor inputs and outputs ensure your engine exceeds your expectations. Built-in safety features guarantee engine protection, and data logs keep you informed on its performance. Smoke your tyres and not your engine with a world-leading Link ECU.
Tarmac Sports.
Okay, so whilst we're waiting for the cars to get their tyres sorted, we're going to have a look at some replays of their previous run just to get us refamiliarised.
Yeah, just maybe it's not a bad thing to see what both guys could actually do different in the the rerun of this battle to try and get that last space in the Grade 8. But you see here, Charlie is like a little bit straight there.
Ever so slightly straight, yeah. Christian's just drops a wheel, one wheel. Charlie Hume manages to keep it on the track. It's going to be tough. I mean, if they're so close together, like, neither really made a mistake. There wasn't a mistake. It's not a battle of mistakes. It's just they were both so good.
It was an evenly matched battle.
Yeah.
As we see, just the crazy look of that Pontiac. That thing is just amazing. It just looks so wrong, but looks so right at the same time, Mike.
Yes, it's definitely an interesting looking car. Right, let's have a look. Charlie Hume in the lead position. Can Christians do anything different to what he did? Nope. The gap is almost exactly identical between the two runs.
It is like... Yeah, it's a really difficult one. I tell you, I mean, that mighty SR, I don't think maybe it's the best engine out there, Mike.
Yeah.
Just putting it out there.
Yeah, I mean, Christians, both of them could get 1 millimetre closer, maybe.
If they wanted to, yeah.
Yeah, and that might be it. So,
but look, with 2 cars on the line.
Yeah. So here we are.
Starting again. It's a fresh start. It's Christians the lead. It's Charlie the chase. We know what to expect, and this should be a good one. Look at the Pontiac coming down. Nice flicking. Charlie not as close as he was the last time, but he's going to make a huge dive here now, Mike, as they start to come into the D-cell zone. Charlie is right with him there. Christian's on a lovely lead line, but look at Charlie Hume. He is stuck right beside him. Lovely transition. Drops a wheel. Ever so slightly there just before the transition. But now he is pedaling that SR, doing his best to try and get the massive side of that Pontiac. Mike, that's a good first half.
Absolutely fantastic run from Christian Berkhoffs and Charlie Hume especially. I think we're going to see another rerun of exactly the same as what we saw last time. Yeah, Charlie Hume just a little bit further back from Christians, but makes a dive through the first hairpin. I mean, I suppose they could be a little bit closer.
Wheel drop there, see that, yeah.
He drops a wheel and then comes on the inside of the track. So, I mean, still going to be tough. Christians has still got a huge amount of work to do. A huge amount of work.
Huge amount of work to do. So as they make their way back to the line, we're going to switch them around. We're going to go again.
Yeah.
And this is the last time. The judges have to make a decision.
Right, it's Charlie Hume in the lead position. Christians in the chase.
Christians starting to pad up back, but
he didn't give him too much of a space, and I don't think he did. As they come in, huge entry. Christians initiates almost next to him, much closer than when Charlie Hume was in front, but there's a little bit of a gap forming now. Can he make a dive onto the door? He does make a dive. I think they are slightly closer together, proximity, as they come through the second hairpin. Christian's Berkhoff's not going to let Charlie Hume get away up the hill. There's a tiny bit of separation as they come over the line.
I definitely want to see a replay at the start of that, because
Berkhoff
was literally looking in the window at him when they initiated. It was like a drag race down to the first corner. But you see, they locked the front brake there now, which, was a little bit... Did he initiate correctly? I'm not sure. I'm just speculating. What do you think, Michael?
It's a tough one to call.
That transition there, second one in the midfield, that was just unbelievable. How he didn't take the front off that Pontiac, I do not know. Huge round of applause for both guys, giving us 2 absolutely brilliant battles.
Now, how are they going to choose between these 2 runs now? They have to. They don't have a choice. We could be looking at a lot of replays here, Mike.
We could be looking at a lot of replays. Someone's doing some commentary outside, Mike. That's not us.
Yeah.
Hey, that's my job.
Charlie Hume patiently waiting.
We're all patiently waiting. I don't even want to talk here. I'm so nervous. I want to know who wins this. Insane driving by both guys. And we're still in the top 16?
Yeah. Oh, this is such a hard call from the judges. Oh, but I can confirm Charlie Hume takes the win, ladies and gentlemen, and goes through into the top 8. He is absolutely delighted with that.
I can hear all the SR heads cheering on. SR for the win.
Judges, it's been 2 very difficult battles, but please, how did you split them?
Yeah, this was not an easy one. If we look to the first run of the second of the one more time, Christians has a decent lead run, no issues there. Charlie has a good chase. He is slightly off with clip 2, but sorry, no, I'm looking at the wrong sheet here. But Charlie has enough proximity over the rest of the run to take a 6-4 advantage. When we go to the next run, the biggest issue really is Kristen's in the when he initiated. Charlie initiates all fine, but Kristen's initiates behind him, coming towards clip 1, and has a big straighten coming in. So he's carrying a disadvantage from the very, very start. The only errors that Charlie does in that run is he's slightly off on clip 3, and he's a little bit wide on clip 7. But Christian's, even though he has a stronger finish, that error at the start was enough to bring it back to a 5-5. So Charlie had a 6-4 on the first run, Christians has a 5-5, so Charlie wins it on the first run.
Oh, very tight. So just that one tiny mistake from Christian Berkoffs puts it all away. And now, Mike.
I can't even look at the screen. The first battle in the Grade 8 is a final we dream of. This is championship contentions are on the line here now. It's Dylan Garvey versus Armis Viskelis, Mike. You might have to do this one.
I'm just going to have to prepare. I'm just going to have to prepare. Dylan Garvey now leading in. The Lithuanian lunatic Armis Viskelis. Very fast entry from Dylan Garvey, but look how Runas now makes a dive into the first hairpin. Almost on the freedom door. Oh, a little bit of a correction there. I'm not 100% sure what happened. I think he hit maybe the tyres ever so slightly. Overrotated. Dylan Garvey now driving away from Runas Viskelis up the hill. Oh, Viskelis, just a couple of over-rotations there.
Viskelis came in too hot. It's the first hairpin for me. I need to see in the replay what happened in that first hairpin.
Yeah, I think he came in a little bit hot.
Came in a bit hot, and
did
then
he just touch the tyres?
It was weird.
Let's have a look.
That was a lovely dive there now into the.
No, I think he just gripped up and over-rotated and got himself a little bit caught up. Had to launch again, and then he over-rotated again on the second hairpin. Just letting Dylan Garvey
just get that bit more of advantage and pull away and
drive away.
End,
right, it's not over yet.
Whoa, no, it's far from over.
So up now we will have a Viskelis lead out Dylan Garvey, and Viskelis is going to be pedaling that car, and we have seen some ridiculous pace out of that BMW this weekend. But Dylan Garvey, he's
not slow.
No, he's definitely not slow.
Definitely not slow. We know that.
We get the go-ahead from our start line marshal. It's very tense here on the start line.
It's very tense here in the commentary trailer. I don't know what to do. I don't even know where to look, Mike.
And there we go. Dylan Garvey in a safe position. Armis Viskelis in the lead.
So it's Armis leading Dylan the chase. Both cars coming flying down the straight looking for Viskelis. Right there, Will. Absolutely glued to the side at 8:30. Armis showing a massive angle. Why? But pulling, bringing Dylan off. Both cars staying on the track, staying in the fight. Let's come back in for a snappy transition. How did Dylan not lose the front of the car? Viskelis trying to get back on that qualifying line now, as Dylan is pushing him over the finish line. What an absolute monstrous battle from both guys.
Yeah, unbelievable driving from both of those two.
Wow.
Absolute
When they
insanity
came
from the off.
in to that first hairpin in the D-cell zone, my heart went in my mouth there.
It's like Dylan Garvey's right with Vaskelis over that first and second clipping point. Vaskelis goes a little bit wide, and Dylan Garvey follows him doing that. So that's a mistake from both drivers, but mainly Vaskelis. And then Dylan Garvey makes a very big dive right on the inside of the track to catch up with Vaskelis again around the second hairpin, but sticks to him all the way across the line.
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, give these two drivers a round of applause.
These two warriors, they're not drivers, they're warriors. Doing it all for our entertainment. The international, the hand signals of drifting. We were sideways and then we went the other way, and then you went that way and I went this way and we won. Hey, our judges are not getting an easy one today, Mike.
But at least we're getting battles of who's better and not battles of mistakes, Mike.
Yeah.
The judges really having to deliberate around this and having a look at another replay here.
So this is the first half with Armis chasing Dylan. Huge dive there now, absolutely huge dive.
Oh, yeah, but Dylan almost stalled up there, managed to keep going, and Vaskelis managed to stay behind him.
Did Dylan over-rotate, hence why Vaskelis stalled up?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, such a nervous way. Right, come on, let's put it to the crowd. Who wants Dylan Garvey to win? There we go, come on, lads.
And who wants Vaskelis to win?
Ah, that was fairly even. We're going to go one more time. Who wants Dylan Garvey to win?
Who wants Vaskelis to win?
Well, it's up to the judges, nothing to do with us.
Yeah. I love your enthusiasm, but it means nothing.
Thanks for shouting, guys. We appreciate it.
Now, the drivers, it means a lot to the drivers, so thank you very much. Well, we still need to wait for the judges' decision to come in. This is going to be a very difficult one. Are we going to see a one more time, Mike?
You know my answer. Let them go again. Just let them at it again.
Out of all of you that just cheered for one or the other, who wants to see it one more time? I think that was all of them.
That would seem like all of them to me now. I was thinking until I start counting 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that was most of them.
You can count?
To 3. Oh, they're really taking their time with this one, like.
The suspense is killing me.
Yeah, I need something to put me to sleep. I just need to calm down a small bit. Oh, we got some chants going on here at Drift Van. Come on, where the Garvey chants?
I know that, well,
Irish people are too humble. They won't do things like that. They'll stand with their hands in the pocket. I'm not doing that. It's a real Irish thing. Oh, more
another
replays.
replay. And it's a one more time, ladies and gentlemen.
There we go. Excited. So both guys are definitely going to go and change tyres.
Yeah,
100%. We're not even going to question that one. They're going to change tyres because that's as good as the final. So we're going to move on to the next battle, Mike, and who's in that?
Stephen McConnell versus Josh Payne.
The dream weekend continuing for Josh Payne.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Here we go, Stephen McConnell in the lead. Josh Payne to chase. Stephen McConnell qualified 12, Josh Payne qualified 13th, just behind him, so this is going to be a very close battle. Stephen McConnell has a massive flick, but Josh Payne not having the pace to keep up with him, needs to make a dive as they come into the hairpin, just about gets some of that proximity back as they transition through the smoke, makes a dive onto the side of Stephen McConnell. Stephen McConnell's on the inside of the track now. As Josh Payne jumps onto the rear corner of Stephen McConnell as they come flying across the line. There's a little bit of contact with the tyre wall there.
Stephen hit the tyre wall just at clip 6 there and blew the back off his car. But like, watch when they're coming into the first hairpin, Mike. It's like Stephen McConnell is halfway around and then he just throws it on massive angle, which stalls him up a small bit, and then that's why it brings Josh back into the fight. It really gives him a good opportunity to get in close and tight for the last hairpin. See there, look, throw it on. Josh is back in now. Bang.
Yeah, I think Josh positioned his transition very, very well.
And there's where Stephen just clipped the tyres there, just took the whole back off the car. Weight saving, that's what that is for the second half.
Right, we'll get them swapped around. Stephen McConnell in the chase position now. Josh Payne needs to do a very fast run, because Stephen McConnell is going to be glued to his door.
Looking confident, he's looking confident. The car looked mint yesterday.
Yeah.
Today now, it's a few battle scars on it.
Just trying to get sort of for next round is all good.
I think it gives a drift car character having scars, in my opinion, and every one of them is a story. What happened there, you know?
Yeah.
Just for people who don't like fixing their car.
So, let me work to a body shop.
Don't know what you're talking about. Anyways, two cars.
Josh Payne leads out. Steve McConnell now. Look at Steve McConnell right the rear corner from Josh Payne. He makes another huge dive as they come down into the first hairpin. This is perfect for the braking zone. Steve McConnell knocking on Josh Payne's door as they come round. Makes a transition. Again, loses a little bit of space there. And Josh Payne now driving away from Steve McConnell as they come round the last hairpin. Last clip.
Woo! That was a hefty crash in the middle of that, and they just kept going.
Well,
they just kept going.
It wasn't a big impact, but Stephen McConnell was just knocking on his door the whole way round that second hairpin. Look, he just gets on.
Look at this from Stephen McConnell. 1, 2, 3. Come on, Josh. And even there we go. We're away now.
Yeah, and then just loses a little bit of pace round the last corner, or Josh finds some pace. One of the two. I think Josh might have been a little bit shallow on that clipping point, but drives away from Steve over the line.
Absolute huge round of applause for both drivers.
Yeah,
fireworks
round of applause,
in the middle of a
ladies
battle.
and gentlemen, for both of these guys. We are seeing some absolute awesome battles.
Carnage is what I'd call it.
Carnage, yes, definitely.
Organised carnage.
Poetic carnage,
Poetic carnage.
And the winner is Josh Payne, ladies and gentlemen. Judges, please can we hear your decision on that?
Looking at the first run there, Steve McConnell hasn't really got a great lead run. He misses clip 2, and then he has, and that pushes him wide between 2 and 3. And then he comes out, he gets clip 3 fine, but then after clip 5, coming up to clip 5, he cuts away from clip 5 very early and comes into the inside of the track. Josh is actually on his door at this point and makes contact and has a bit of a straighten, but that is actually caused by Stephen being so far offline. He should have been more mid-track there at that point, not in by the curb. They finish out that run, so Josh has a 7-3 after the first run. When you swap it around, Josh does have a slight straighten at clip 6, but that's his only error. Stephen has decent proximity through the run, but is only doing enough for a 6-4. So we 6-4 for Stephen on the second run, and Josh had a 7-3 on the first, so takes the win.
There you have it.
There we go. Close again, but Josh Payne taking it now.
Do you like 180 SXs? Do you like fast driving?
I love 180
Do you like shedding body panels? Well, have I got the battle for you. Tomas Kiley, Stefan Stefanov. You can take from here, because I'm just saying go on silent.
So we have Tomasz Kiley in the lead position and the ferocious Stefan Stefanov in the chase position, who is absolutely on fire this weekend. Oh, this is going to be one hell of a battle, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you are paying attention as they come down. Tomasz Kiley enters, but look at Stefan Stefanov making a huge dive onto Tomasz Kiley's door as they come round, just nearly getting himself tucked up and makes a huge nearly destroys 2 through the transition, puts the hammer down as they come through the last corner.
Wow.
An insane battle.
That was brilliant from both guys. Look at Stefan through this first section in chase position. So brave, but he knows chasing Tomasz Kiley, you can be committed.
Yeah. Look at the dive as they come through here.
It's art.
It's just so in time with each other. It's almost exactly perfect. Things start to fall apart. Look, Stefan Stefanov's DB'd the tyre. He does that whole last corner without a tyre.
Yeah, he does actually. You're right. Good spot, Mike. Well done. So that would mean Stefan would have to go change that, obviously, because we can't send him offline with only one tyre on the rim. So as we see our scrutineer, Brad Wallbank, just heading back to start the clock on the 5-minute rule, just keep an eye on things and we get these guys back out as quick as possible. What a first half of battle, though. And they're making us wait as well, like now.
Well, we do have one more battle left.
And we have one more time.
Which will we see first, Mike?
Which will we see first? Next battle, one more time. I can't remember how long ago the other battle was. Armis and Dillon. Well, we could see Armis and Dillon. Surely they've tyres and fuel done by now. I could say we could be Armis and Dillon. Or it's going to be Charlie Hume and Jamie Stanton. So either way, it's going to be a cracker. That's all I know.
I'm going to see who's warming up the tyre.
Right, Mike Walton sticking his head out the window. Big cheer for Mike Walton, everybody. It's Dillon warming up, Mike. Him on the telly, you didn't even have to do that.
Thanks to the one person that cheered at me out there. It warms my heart.
Your dad's here again.
Yeah, my dad's here again, yeah. So we have Dylan Garvey and Aramis Vaskelis. Again, the epic battle we saw before.
The saga continues.
Yeah. So Dylan Garvey will once again lead out Aramis Vaskelis. And let's see if we can
find a winner. Well, we have to this time.
We need to be able to separate it this time. Here we go. Dylan Garvey leads out Aramis Vaskelis into... Look at the entry from Dylan Garvey. Vaskelis left napping a little bit, has to cut the track massively, puts on loads of lock, makes a dive, but uses loads and loads of that, the lock on that BMW to try and get back on, makes a huge dive off the side of Dylan Garvey's car as they come through the last clip and round the last corner. He is glued to the rear quarter of Dylan Garvey's car.
That was epic. Dylan with that crazy entry, like the speed is coming
mad.
through there.
I think Vaskelis just got caught out by that a little bit, cut the track loads, and look at the angle he has to dial on to slow up.
Yeah, Vaskelis hit a wheel on the inside there, which actually threw him into that big, massive slide down into the decel zone. Did very well to hold it and get back onto Dylan's core panel, though.
So, a mistake from Vaskelis. We just need to hope there are less mistakes this time round. We'll put Vaskelis in the lead position. Dylan Garvey in the chase. to be intense. Do we get the go-ahead? Oh, we're looking at another replay just before we do that.
So I think, as a guesstimation, Mike, okay, they're all looking at this section right here. Watch Vaskelis drops the wheel, and then that's what throws him nearly to an over-rotation. He does a phenomenal job to actually hold it and get back onto Dylan's door. But he does cut that whole first hairpin, because he ends up in the wrong part of the track from dropping the wheel on the inside.
Are they looking at whether Dylan was in the right part of the track or whether Dylan's line forced Armas to do that?
I think Dylan was. It's very hard from that camera angle to see.
So here we go. Vaskelis now leads out. Dylan Garvey.
Two cars leave the line. It's Armas coming down. What can Dylan do in the chase position? He's tucked in right beside him. Vaskelis throwing it in fast. But look at Dylan. He is right there with him as they come into the Teesside zone now. Absolute lovely line from Armas, but Dylan is right with him. Can Vaskelis shake him off in the last hairpin? Armas throwing it out wide. Dylan is tucked in nicely to the side of that E30, pushing him as they go up the hill, around the bank, through the last clip, and over the finish line. Absolute massive round of applause for Armas Vaskelis and Dylan Garvey. Brilliant driving. Absolute brilliant driving. It's so good when it's done right.
Yeah, amazing.
Armas's lead line there, like, you know, that's 100 point run in qualifying what he just did there. Like, he didn't put a foot wrong, which gave Dylan the perfect opportunity to get tucked in right beside him.
Yeah, Vaskelis. Yeah, almost exactly perfect. And Dylan Garvey, as you say, taking full advantage of that, Mike, and yeah, just putting in a beautiful chase run. It's going to come down to who was at fault with the start of the first run, Mike.
I don't know, it's just yet again, I would not want to be a judge. And the worst thing is, they have to make a decision now. Huge round of applause for both guys. Absolutely killing it on track all weekend. Even they're like, we just want a winner now, we can't go again.
And we can confirm, taking the win is Dylan Garvey!
Massive round of applause for Armas Vaskelis, and he will be back at the next round. Right, Mike?
Yeah.
We can settle down now.
So next up we will have the one more time between Tomas Kylie and Stefan Stefanov.
Second half.
Second half, sorry, yes, he debeated, sorry, yeah, not one more time, second half, my bad.
It's alright, because I'll be expecting to see them go twice and you'll get me upset, so you know. At least I know now going into it it's only going to be one half, but hey, Tomas Kylie's in the chase position, Stefan's leading, this is going to be epic.
So once we get the go-ahead from our start marshal, looks like it's coming. There we go. Stefan Stefanov leads out Tomas Kylie. Let's hope all tyres stay on rim so we get a decent battle. Look at this from Tomas Kylie, touching Stefan Stefanov. He nudges him again as they come round into the first deceleration zone, giving him a little bit of red. Massive over rotation from Stefan Stefanov. Tomas Kylie doing a fantastic job to avoid accident there. Stefan Stefanov driving away now. Tomas Kylie obviously a little bit further back because of that earlier incident.
That first section, now that's it. There's been no one as close going through 1 and 2 as Kylie was to Stefan there.
Yeah, unbelievable
that
driving.
Was insane.
Look at this. As they come through, almost touching through that. That's unbelievable driving. That's so fast there as well. And the transition there, just absolutely immense. If it wasn't for that over-rotation from Stefanov.
It would have been a great one.
So that is the second part of that battle. So we get those guys out in front of you now to reach our decision. We see a Tomas Kylie Stefanov got lost. Where's Stefanov gone?
You see him there in the background.
Yeah, Mum. Chop, chop. Ladies and gentlemen, give both these drivers a round of applause. I can confirm taking the win today is Tomas Kiley. And sadly, a few mistakes from Stefanov means the end of his day today.
And what a day he's had.
What a day they've all had. We'll move those two cars on and jump on to the next battle. We have Charlie Hume versus Jamie Stanton.
They're not giving us a chance to calm down here. They're just keeping us wound up for the whole event, it seems. How cool does Tomas Kiley's car look? I really like the look of that car.
Not bad.
Not bad. It's politely saying Mike Walton doesn't like it.
No, why do you go saying things like that? You get me in lots of trouble, Mike.
I like to stir the pot.
Right, up now we have Charlie Hume versus Jamie Stanton. Jamie Stanton is a very, very fast car. Charlie Hume technically
is a fast driver.
Yeah, it's a very fast driver. So here we go. Charlie Hume leading out Jamie Stanton. A nice big flick from Charlie Hume. Jamie Stanton not giving him an inch now. He's going to make the dive as they come into the first deceleration zone. He does.
Look at this from Jamie, Mike.
Beautiful bit of driving from both drivers. Jamie Stanton makes a dive again onto the side of Hume's door as they come through. Gonna have a little bit more proximity as they come over the line. Very nice bit of driving.
That's a great run from both guys. Charlie was absolutely pinned, lovely lead line. Jamie did a very, very good job in the chase position.
Yeah.
How he came into that decel zone, how close he was from the transition after two, I think he deserves a podium nearly for that alone. Like, watch this, like, just coming in, he's like he should have hit him about 10 times. He just sits in there, tucks in nicely. Right, you ready to go, Charlie? Off we go again. Brilliant driving.
Yeah, I think we could have seen a tiny bit more proximity if I'm being really picky here. But
and you are.
We've been spoiled by the last few battles. Anyway, we will switch them around. Put Jamie in the lead position and Charlie in at the chase.
So, Jamie's lead, Charlie chasing, here we go, they'll leave the line. What has Charlie got to do? Jamie's the faster car, we all know that, but Charlie's tucked in nice beside him. As they come in now to the decel zone, can Charlie reel him in? Yes, he can, Mike. He's starting to close up that gap. Jamie's doing absolutely anything he can to get away, but what a dive from Charlie Hume through the smoke as they push around the last hairpin. Out to the second last tip, a little bit of a strain there from Jamie. Charlie's right with him now, maybe not the same proximity, but both cars bring it over the line, Mike.
This one's going to be a tough one to call between the two. Again, I think there could have been a little bit better proximity between these two drivers. We're in the top 8 of our pro class, but still, fantastic driving nonetheless.
Absolute crazy. Maybe not the same proximity from Charlie, but that Jamie had. I know you weren't happy with it in the first half, but great run from both guys.
Very consistent run from both sides. I couldn't tell them apart. Ladies and gentlemen, give both these drivers a round of applause. Some fantastic driving. And two lovely guys as well. And the judges are going to have a hard time with this one. I can see another one more time coming, Mike. I can see it on the horizon.
See it on the horizon. It's in the pipeline. Yeah, I was kicking the clutch. I was turning this way. I was turning that way. I love drift talk after this. Like, yeah, hands. Yeah, hands. More hands, lads. More hands.
There we go. Yeah, just through there. I was going to do this. Ah, we do have a winner, though, ladies and gentlemen. And I can confirm it is Jamie Stanton. And unfortunately, that is the end of the day for Charlie Hume, but a fantastic effort from him.
Brilliant driving from him all weekend. Really hope to see him back, hopefully, you know.
He's only got a little baby SR in that thing.
Yep. Baby SR. Right, Mike? And then there was 4.
Then there was 4.
2 semi-finals. Who's coming up in the first one?
We are waiting for Dylan Garvey to put some tyres on his car.
I had a feeling that would happen.
Yeah.
And I'm going to assume he's battling Josh Payne. Josh is down there ready to go. Because his one didn't go one more time.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
So our final 4 drivers are Dylan Garvey, Josh Payne, Tomas Kiley and Jamie Stanton. Do we address the elephant in the room here? 2 Irish, 2 English. Batten.
Josh Payne and Jamie Stanton are going to win.
They're going to win. There you have it, folks.
They have to win.
They have to win now. Mike Walton said it.
It's the British Drift Championship. They have to win.
What's been your favourite battle so far, Mike?
Let's look through them.
I can't believe you're actually scrolling back up. Like, if you asked me that question without even contemplating, I would have said Kylie, Archie. And we still didn't really get the full potential of that, but that was a really, really good battle.
You wouldn't have said the first Garvey Viskelis battle.
Fairly. Actually, do you know what? They were all good battles. Oh, as we see Dylan warming up in the background. Trying to get some heat into them Zestino tyres, scrub them in, get ready to go.
It wasn't as long as he usually does, to be honest. Normally he's in there for about a month.
Yeah. He didn't have time.
So we have Dylan Garvey leading in Josh Payne.
Josh Payne, coming through from yesterday.
Yeah, he's in the top 4.
Semi-final in Pro on Sunday.
He's having one hell of a weekend.
I don't mean, I actually really want him to get a podium. You know, just to come in and be that hero for the weekend.
I think he can do it. We will find out very shortly. We get the go-ahead.
Here we go.
Dylan Garvey leading out Josh Payne as they come into the first corner. Big flick from Dylan. Josh not having the pace to keep up with him, needs to make a huge dive now. Dylan on a fantastic lead line. Josh does make a dive, but don't know whether it's quite enough. Needs to make another dive through the smoke. Oh, desperately scrambling at the side of Dylan Garvey's car as they come around the last corner. So much pace in Dylan Garvey's car. Josh Payne, wow, just not quite having the legs. Bless him, not quite having the legs.
Has done everything he could, but I think you just see the difference between a Pro 2 car and a Pro car there. It's just the pace of Dylan is the next level. But we have to swap them around now, and Dylan's got to follow Josh.
Yep. Let's get those coup cars lined back up. Look how much angle Dylan uses around that second hairpin. And it just gives Josh just a slight, just a little option to bite back up on there for a short while that it was. Right, let's turn him around. Josh now in the lead position. Dylan in the chase. Dylan has got to keep it together behind a slightly slower car of Josh.
Yeah, I'm sure his spotter's been onto him. He's told him, you have a slight advantage. Oh, look at Colgate. Such a nice guy. But anyways, enough of Colgate. 2 cars lead the line. Josh to lead, Dylan to chase. Coming down. Josh is throwing absolutely everything into that first corner. Dylan is right there with him though. Just playing beside. Lovely transition from both guys. Ah, Mike, look at this into the Teesside zone. How did it not come together? Josh doing absolutely anything he can to try and pull a gap with Garvey, but Garvey is not letting him take an inch. He is sitting there right beside him. Absolute brilliant line from Josh Payne, but Dylan Garvey was all over him there.
Fantastic line from Josh Payne. You've got to give it to him. He had Dylan Garvey knocking on his door the whole way through.
Didn't faze him.
And didn't faze him one bit. Just stuck to his guns, stayed on the line. A beautiful bit of driving. Obviously, we can't disregard Dylan Garvey's driving there, because that is just absolute chasing masterclass, as we see quite often from an Irishman in an S13.
It's just due to the bad roads in Ireland, so you learn how to do it.
So,
ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause for both drivers. They get out of their car. Absolute cracking battle.
we need to get our judge's decision.
By everyone else's reaction, Mike, I'm going to assume the graphic didn't come up on our screen.
Yeah,
because Dylan looked like he celebrated there and everyone clapped. So I'm going to assume your winner is Dylan Garvey. And there's the graphic as I said it. It's like they read my mind.
So, yeah, Josh Payne will now go into the third and fourth position, a playoff, and Dylan Garvey into the final. Now, there's only one man who can take it home all the way to the end for the English today. And his name is Jamie Stanton.
He's up against an Irish guy. I don't know if you know him, but his name is Tomas Kiley. What?
Come on, Jamie.
No, we said we're not starting this till we get to Buxton, okay? It's too early mid-season. Yeah.
So we are waiting for some of the cars to get ready for the last battle in our semi-finals, and in that time we will go to a small ad break.
Drifting can be the most demanding motorsport in the world. My name is June Main. The high RPMs required to keep my tires spinning and rubber burning are brutal on engine oil. That's why Lucas Synthetic Oil Stabilizer was formulated for performance on the track and the highway. Lucas Synthetic Oil Stabilizer keeps my power on for split-second decisions, making every shift and turn count. When it comes to my engine and engine oil, I give it every advantage with Lucas Synthetic Oil Stabilizer.
Link ECU produce standalone engine management technology with a range of products that allow you to unleash the power of your engine. Acting as your car's brain, our ECUs control electronic fuel injection and ignition. A magnitude of sensor inputs and outputs ensure your engine exceeds your expectations. Built-in safety features guarantee engine protection, and data logs keep you informed on its performance. Smoke your tires and not your engine with a world-leading Link ECU.
Tarmac Sports.
So here we are, we have on the line Tomas Kiley and Jamie Stanton.
Oh, Jamie looks serious there, doesn't he?
They both look very serious, and off they go. Tomas Kiley now leads in. Jamie Stanton for our last position in the finals. Jamie Stanton making a dive now onto the side of Tomas Kiley. Oh, look at the over-rotation from Jamie Stanton.
Jamie just pushed that little bit too hard. They were halfway around that corner and I was like, alright, we're going one more time again. No, that's just so disheartening. Unfortunately, Jamie just pushing that little bit too hard. Clipping them tyres. We'll see a replay of this again.
Yeah, Jamie Stanton. Oh, it looks like he's in a good position here. Goes to make the dive. Oh, just like he slightly over-rotates. Tomas Kiley keeps his head in the game. Continues fourth as if nothing happened. Oh, we'll swap them around now. Jamie Stanton. Assuming the cars are good. Yeah, he lines up to lead out Tomas Kiley. Jamie Stanton seems to think he's still in with a chance, Mike.
I think he's just happy to be here. You know, once you get to this end of the competition, it's just brilliant. Oh, we're looking at something. Oh, we've a bit of tidying up to do in the back. Just
the fast application of some cable ties to the back of Jamie Stanton's car. Get him going.
If anyone else out there needs some body work done, Lee Colgate Lawrence, he's available straight after the final. He'll be in the car park ready to tidy up bumpers, body kits, and they're happening this weekend. Oh, Kiley closed that door with anger. He's ready. Okay, Mike.
Both clicked into gear. Jamie Stanton now leading out to Tomas Kiley. Jamie Stanton's got a load of work to do this, and a massive flick for Tomas Kiley right to the rear quarter of Jamie Stanton, and makes a huge dive as they come down into the first hairpin. Look, Tomas Kiley knocking on the door of Jamie Stanton as they come through the smoke. Look at Tomas Kiley. On the side of Jamie Stanton's door, Jamie Stanton desperately trying to but Tomas Kiley right with it.
I feel so bad for Colgate. You know, he spent all that time putting the bumper up, and Jamie just went straight in and pulled it back down the way it was. So ungrateful. Now, absolute brilliant battle from both guys. Look at Kiley in the chase position. Lap after lap, he's just getting stronger and stronger. And I think he's going to be a hard man bet today.
Yeah, Tomas Kiley, absolute fantastic driving from that guy. We pull them out in front of the crowd here. Ladies and gentlemen, give these drivers a cheer.
Yeah, you're dead right, Jamie. Boys, take a bow. That was absolutely brilliant. But your winner is Tomas Kiley. That means we have it now. We know our third and fourth, and we know our final.
Yeah.
And maybe it's just fate because you weren't at the last round in Scotland. So we're just going to rerun the final again, Mike, because it was that good.
Dylan Garvey versus Tomas Kiley for first and second. Third and fourth will be Josh Payne versus Jamie Stanton.
An absolute brilliant weekend, but what we'll have to do now is all drivers have to go get some tyres, get ready to go for the final four.
Yeah, so we are going to have a quick break just before that. So here we have Josh Payne on the start line.
Do you know what? I'm going to give him a nickname. The Master of Pain. That'd be his wrestling name now.
The Master of Pain.
The Master of Pain. Josh Payne. No? There you go.
That's not cheesy in any way, shape or form,
No.
Mike.
If he has that in a t-shirt at the next round, I'm going to rub it in your face.
Okay.
That's the way it works, Mike.
Okay. You can.
You can. Okay. Rub the t-shirt in your face or all the joke. Which you want?
Either or. Not that bothered. I don't think it's going to happen.
I'm going to make a t-shirt for Josh Payne.
Okay.
Anyways, me and Mike are starting to get giddy.
Back to business, Mike. Back to business. Look at the holes rubbed in the top of Josh Payne's rear quarter, where it squats so much and the tyre just rubs straight through the arch. And we are waiting for Jamie Stanton to warm his tyres up.
You can hear him warming them.
You can hear him warming his tyres up. Can't see him. Here we go. Jamie Stanton in the chase position. So this is for 3rd and 4th position. We will not be announcing the winner of this battle at the end of it. We will wait until we get to the podium. So we wait for our start line marshal to give the go-ahead for our second to last battle of the day. Josh Payne leading in. Jamie Stanton, massive flick from Josh Payne. Jamie Stanton, Josh Payne, contact already, and Jamie Stanton is wildly off track. Manages to hold it to Beckella and dives back on the door of Josh Payne as they come through transition through the smoke again. Jamie Stanton still has all tires on his wheels and is knocking on the door of Josh Payne as they come over the line.
What? What? The only word I can use is what. Just what? What? That was savage. But we knew.
Look at this. Look,
He just
Jamie
caught
Stanton
there.
gets. Just flicks him up. And how is the tyre still on?
But the fact that he went nearly 3-4 wheels into the grass and then came back in straight on his door and stayed there for the. It's like, I wonder if no one saw that. You know what I mean? Like, we'll just pretend we were here the whole time.
Just carry on.
That never
Business
happened.
as usual. Blah, blah, blah.
But credit to Jamie there for not like writing his car off. You know, that could have been well worse, but no, brilliant driving. Josh Payne with a whopper lead run though.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic lead run from Josh Payne. I mean, it looked like Josh was in the right part of the track there. Jamie Stanton just got himself caught up when Josh transitioned.
Okay, so we're going to have to switch him around now with Jamie to lead and Josh to chase. Josh is sport will be telling him, look, you don't want to know what happened behind you, but something happened behind you. just get in there, but yeah, something happened behind you. Okay, 2 cars lead the line. Jamie lead, Josh chase. It's E36 versus E36 for the 3rd step on the podium, and look at Jamie Stanton. Josh been turning right behind him, but Jamie's starting to put a gap now as they're coming down into the descent zone. Jamie doing a lovely job to keep all wheels on the track. What a line through that first hairpin. But Josh is still with him. He's not letting him get away. Maybe not the proximity we want to see, Mike, but he is trying absolutely everything to stay beside Jamie Stanton as they bring it through the last bit and over the line. Wow.
Lovely bit of driving from both drivers there. Much cleaner than the first run we had. But yeah,
much smoother.
Fantastic. Yeah, went a lot smoother that time round. Yeah, like Jamie Stanton on a really nice lead line. Josh Payne just cutting the track a couple of times to gain some proximity. But all in all, a really nice run from both these cars. So we need to find out from the judges whether they have a decision once the car's lined up. When these guys get out of the cars, ladies and gentlemen, please give them a massive round of applause. Some very entertaining driving. And we're looking at some tape.
So I have a decision. I know that first thing happened, but
Okay, so we know the judges do have a decision, and we will find that decision out at the podium very shortly. So in the meantime, we will move on to the final. Dylan Garvey versus Tomas Kylie.
I might just head to the airport early, Mike. I don't think I can cope with this one. It's nearly killed me last time round.
I just don't want to see anything flung at me.
Man! We're in a small room, okay? Everything is a flying object.
I'm putting my helmet on.
The tech-native crew are going to start coming through the door now, taking out laptops and monsters and that going. He's going to go wild.
Someone restrain Leeson.
Get the handcuffs. He's been strapped to the chair. No, I'm really looking forward to this. 2 good drivers, 2 good friends, and 2 boys that want to win this, so anything can happen. Some of the best runs we've seen on Friday in pro practice was Dylan and Tomas.
Yeah.
And they were brilliant. They were like doing a lead and a chase, so they were giving each other the chat now. Like one person wasn't consistently chasing or that. They swapped over, giving each other a fair shot to say, hey, look, if it happens again, at least we know what we're going into.
Yeah.
And guess what?
Here we are.
Happened again.
Here we are. Although I can't see either of the cars, Mike.
They could be behind the tower, in that just there, put on harnesses and stuff like that. If we go with positive thinking, right, let's not be negative here, Mike. Go on, stick your head out. Can you see that?
Oh, I can see.
Oh, you can see.
I can see. Here we go. We have Dylan Garvey lining up, warming his tyres up now.
So just for everyone at home, that is not Tomas Kiley's.
No.
No, because that was the car he borrowed and brought to round 1.
Yes.
He's a lot more power than 500 brake.
And he's got 2JZ in it.
And it's not an S14.
No.
But it is a Nissan. So there is something right there, at least.
So here we have Dylan Garvey leading up to our lead position. First and second place qualifiers as well. Really are running away with this competition, these two boys, aren't they?
They are very talented drivers, you know. It's not their first time doing this, believe it or not.
Oh, I believe you, Mike.
I believe you, yeah. Also, both of them are doing both championships, you know. They're still in runnings to win the Irish Championship and the British Championship at the same time. They're just, this year, they're unstoppable.
Now let's see. Dylan Garvey leads out to Kiley.
And here we go, Mike. This is it, the final. Round 3. Dylan the lead, Tomas the chase. What a dive in for both drivers as Dylan is flat, but Kiley is right with him there. Dylan's starting to drop one wheel now to come into the D-cell zone, but Kiley's tucked in right beside him, nearly touching the 180SX coming around that corner. Absolutely phenomenal transition from both drivers there as they push through the second last clip, around the corner, up there, and over the line, Mike Walton. Wow!
Absolutely unbelievable driving, a precision driving from both those guys. I mean, they're just millimetres from each other the whole way round. Look at this nice big flick entry. Both drivers just given just enough room just to make the manoeuvres they need to, but look how close they are.
Watch Kiley on this transition, lovely transition there, straight up, back up.
It's like they know exactly what each other's going to do, and yeah, look at this, just around the last corner. Fantastic bit of work.
I'm really excited now. Let's swap them around and get the other half of this battle done, because now we have Dylan to chase.
Dylan in the chase position, Tomas Kiley to lead. Let's see what they do.
Oh, Mike, you made this one. I'm nervous.
It's going to be hard. Oh.
Both guys looking focused.
Very focused, concentrating on the road ahead and nothing else. And we get the go-ahead. Marshal Tomas Kiley leading out Dylan Garvey as they fire into the first corner. Dylan Garvey right to the tail of Tomas Kiley as they make a huge dive into the first hairpin. Dylan Garvey is right on the door of Tomas Kiley. Tomas Kiley's on a beautiful lead out. Look at that transition from Dylan Garvey. He really takes the lead. Yes, boys! Yes, boys! Dylan Garvey nudging Tomas Kiley over the line.
Do you know what? You can say it now. Go on, say it. Teesside entertained. Go on, say it.
Teesside! Are you not entertained?
Wow, brilliant, Mike. Well called. Good time in that. What a final! If you were not entertained by that, I don't know what you're doing at drift event, but that is drifting at its top level right there. Absolute brilliant driving from both the Irish drivers.
Unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable stuff. Whew. Right, just calm. Just, Brett, take a breather. Breathe, Mike.
Oh, yeah, they could go again.
Yeah, they could.
It might be over, yeah. I'm shaking.
Don't hyperventilate.
Where's my inhaler?
Okay.
Absolutely massive round of applause when they get out of the car. Hit them with everything you got. They've put it on the line all weekend for our entertainment.
So, ladies and gentlemen, when they both get out of the car, a massive round of applause for Dylan Garvey and Tomas Kiley. And I can confirm the judges do have a decision.
So we're going to the podium.
So we are going to the podium.
Everyone in attendance, start to make your way down. Head down for the podium celebration with these drivers. It's been a fantastic weekend, but before we go real quick, Mike, I want to say a massive shout out to all the BDC staff, the track staff, shop staff, media, tower staff, judges, commentators, of course, live stream staff, absolutely everyone, the promo girls, done a phenomenal job with this weekend, and I cannot wait for the next round.
Yep, absolutely fantastic job by everyone involved. And thank you everyone who turned up today. The atmosphere has been absolutely fantastic.
All weekend.
It's rubbed off on all the drivers. It's been absolutely brilliant. So thanks to you guys, everyone who's tuned in, and especially everyone who made it here to Teesside.
Back in Ireland we call this a bit of different, Mike. A bit of different.
A bit of different.
Put a cone in the middle and go for hours.
An unbelievable event here at Teesside.
I'm
Mike.
just trying to process it all, Mike. It's just absolutely mind-blowing what we're after watching. Today, every battle from the get-go has just been amazing. Yeah, absolutely amazing. And I cannot wait for the next round in Three Sisters.
Yeah, Three Sisters is going to be absolutely awesome. We need to get everyone down to the podium as quickly as possible.
It's really hard sitting here with that piece of paper right in front of me. Can you hide it? I kind of I glanced over it. I think I maybe have seen.
I've turned it over, Mike. You can't see it anymore.
Can't see it anymore. Like I couldn't read, really. Let's be honest.
I didn't want to say that.
It's all right. Look, we're all thinking it. Let's
I
be
didn't
honest.
want to broadcast that to everyone publicly that you can't read.
Very well, Mike. Okay. Very well. I can get some words. Yes, if we can start to get all the drivers and just head over towards the podium in front of the truck, and we will be able to announce the winners. We can't do it when you're standing at your cars.
Yeah, so guys, make your way down to the front of the BDC van.
We are just moments away of finding out who has won round 3 of the British Drift Championship Pro Class 2022, Mike.
Literally seconds away. As soon as everyone gets there, we will be announcing. I thought you'd see more running.
Yeah, like, if I wanted to know if I won an event or not, I wouldn't be standing around talking, I'd be heading to the podium.
Can I go for it? I can see Stefanov and all the other drivers, so I think I'm just going to go for it. Okay, so our first award we're going to give out today is for our hard charger, and that goes to Stefan Stefanov. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. The guy battled valiantly. Some mechanical issues, but
he kept going. He tried the best.
Yeah.
Tried his best.
Right. And now here we go for the podium. In third place, he has had an epic weekend, this guy. It is Josh Payne! Round of applause for Jamie Stanton as well, ladies and gentlemen. A very close decision that. And now, in second place. Oh, it's close, Mike.
It's close.
It's so close.
I really made them wait a while in the last round, so it's up to you now how you want to play this.
I like a wait.
Like a wait, yeah. Bit of suspense.
In second place. Now I know who this is, but I don't know whether to tell you. No, come on. Second place, we have Tomas Kiley, which means our first place today is Dylan Garvey, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much to everyone in attendance. Thank you to all the drivers, staff, media, the whole lot. It's been a cracking weekend here in Teesside. From me and Mike, we're going to leave it at that, and we will see you back at round 4 in Three Sisters.
We will.
Drifting can be the most demanding motorsport in the world. My name is June Main. The high RPMs required to keep my tires spinning and rubber burning are brutal on engine oil. That's why Lucas Synthetic Oil Stabilizer was formulated for performance on the track and the highway. Lucas Synthetic Oil Stabilizer keeps my power on for split-second decisions, making every shift and turn count. When it comes to my engine and engine oil, I give it every advantage with Lucas Synthetic Oil Stabilizer.
Link ECU produce standalone engine management technology with a range of products that allow you to unleash the power of your engine. Acting as your car's brain, our ECUs control electronic fuel injection and ignition. A magnitude of sensor inputs and outputs ensure your engine exceeds your expectations. Built-in safety features guarantee engine protection, and data logs keep you informed on its performance. Smoke your tyres and not your engine with a world-leading Link ECU.
Tarmac Sports.